I used to be somebody before that freak Ayuz sent his army south and ruined everything. We had a nice racket going on in the land of the Freelords, or what the rest of the Flanes calls the Bandit Kingdoms. We had a territory we ran, and we hustled and stole what we could from who we could. Sure, we fought amongst ourselves, and I'd just as soon stick my dagger into someone from the Freelords as anywhere else. But we always banded together when an outside force threatened all of our businesses. But all that changed when Ayuz came a-calling. Half of the Freelords joined forces with Ayuz to save their skins, and the other half got wiped out or sent packing to the other lands, or down into the rift. I was no hero, and neither were any of my mates. So after the massacre of Steelbone Meadows, we did what any guys in our situation would have done. We hightailed it out of there. The only problem is that everywhere we went, there were old enemies waiting. After finally getting corralled by the Ernst soldiers, I was left to rot in a dungeon, waiting for them to decide what to do with me. The way the gods look at us, I don't think we're gonna like what it is they have in store.
Hello, everybody. We're live, and welcome to Return to the Bandit Kingdoms here on Wicked Studios LLC.
Hi.
Let's get this D&D started.
Oh my God, yo!
You guys all right over there?
Yeah.
Well, feeling good on a Tuesday.
I hear that beat. It's infectious. It gets into me. Hello, and like Adam said, welcome to the Return to the Bandit Kingdoms. I am Will DM. I'll be the fabulous dungeon master for this evening's great festivities.
It's always nice to see how you're going to compliment yourself.
Cast, shall we? And it looks like we got a little bit of a slow. Oh, is it just me? No.
I don't know.
There was a network error.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so hey, Steve.
Yo.
Go.
Right. I'm Steve. Hello. I am playing Wyndon this evening, a former, I guess still current criminal, whatever, who is just trying to make it out alive at this point, and with the soul preferably intact.
Oh, you're getting closer to you. Can you feel it?
Yes.
You can feel it, can't you? It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Jairus, go ahead, man.
Hi, I'm Jairus. I play Raleigh, and I love it. And if you don't know who Raleigh is by now,
Watch
it's
some old
fine.
episodes.
So don't worry about the other episodes. Just jump in. He's cool. He's super good guy. He's like king of an entire world, and you'll see.
Now, okay, hold on a second. Okay,
His own world.
I love Raleigh. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if you could call him a good guy. He singled out a dude for not opening a door for death. Now that's not really something that a good guy do. I mean, that could be just me.
He was super fucking cold, man.
It was cold. I agree.
He turned him away.
He did turn. He pointed you to another place to go, and yeah, that's not good. All right. So anyway. Hey, Michael, it's your turn, man. Go ahead. Tell everybody who you're playing.
I am playing Ash, who is just a misunderstood cleric. He's trying to get along in the world.
True.
Death seems to follow him wherever he goes. Can't understand why.
I've always wondered, how do you pronounce the last name?
Umbro?
So just Umbro. Okay, so there's nothing
Umbro.
special. Sure. Okay. All right.
Umbro Yazonda.
Yeah. It's pronounced Smith. All of the letters.
Well, if you watch the
differently.
charity event, we learned that in Goblin, the B sound is spelled with a G.
Actually, that would be in Giant, because ogres typically.
Oh, that's right. He was an ogre. So in Giantish, because I messed up.
I should have pushed my glasses up when I said that I missed an opportunity. I'm sorry.
Good. And last but not least, we have Adam
Hey everybody, I'm Adam. I'm playing Talon Ravengard, reincarnated Silverwolf the Ranger, and yeah, he's looking for souls. He's looking to stop what's his name, Caraptus. I always get Caraptus and Krasner confused. They're very close.
Yeah, we know.
It's like this is why I can't watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I don't know the difference between any of the characters because they all sound exactly alike to me.
You often get Hex and Hunter's Mark mixed up.
I get a lot of things confused.
You know what we could really do with is one more character named Karapner. And
right? Exactly. That's the new. Through all the NPCs having a D starting name, I'm going to start. Everybody sounded Kermit. That's what I want to bring into this.
Listen, like from now on, any NPC you bring in that sounds similar to either one of those two are just going to be immediately killed. We're going to murder Hobo him so hard.
That's why I make them NPCs in names only. They live in other towns and other cities, but people talk about them all the time. It's sort of like how, God, what was that guy's name? Thothamon from the Conan series.
Well, then we're going to kill everyone who says his name.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's fair. That's fair. All right. So so I guess that's it. We're all here, ready to rock and roll.
Do the damn thing.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll give a quick short recap. So these are the Press Ganged Opportunists, those who are left and the new members. They started off this whole escapade with all of them got their souls taken away from them, shoved into servitude to what they didn't know at the time, but it turns out it's the minions of Caraptus, who is, well, if you don't know who he is, you need to learn your Greyhawk history. Nah, I'm just
read a book, sucker.
Yeah, he's a old, extremely powerful wizard that has connections and ties to the Bandit Kingdoms. They did some jobs for that for him. Wound up in the prison and captive of Krasner, who is a lesser Boneheart working for, of course, the old one himself, Ayuz. And so they got shanghaied somewhat by him. Got some neat headbands that were bolted to their heads, which they were able to get on. I know, right? And then they were went down to Red Hand, and they were doing that on a deal that they were working for Krasner. Krasner had a line on the souls that were collected down in the county of Ernst. They were found by the good guys down there, and after they found them, they had heard and got some information that they were going to be moving them. And so he sent the Press Ganged Opportunists down to Red Hand. He sent some spies with him to keep an eye on them. Not just them, but on Prince Zeech, the guy who runs Red Hand. And the Press Ganged Opportunists are going to try and steal the souls off of the ship, which is now being called the Soul Train, affectionately. Yeah. And they've made their way down to Red Hand. Along the way, they did run into a bunch of Nerulian converts and old members of the Horn Society, which they have come to find out have been gathering in Alhaster, the capital of Red Hand. And it appears that Prince Zeech is going to make a bid to become independent, and he's setting himself up with the power base of all these old Horn Society people that have been scattered. He's been letting them congregate there. So what happened where we left off last week, they had made their way into Red Hand. They had come and met Prince Zeech, pretty nice guy. And then Prince Zeech gave him an offer, and they were supposed to use Prince Zeech's pirate ships to intercept the Soul Train. But it appears that there had been some little covert action from the county of Ernst, where they sent people in and they destroyed all his ships. So
how rude.
I know, right? So they Zeech had told them that there's these twin pirate captains that are currently in his ports, and if by no fault of his or Red Hand's were to be killed by some people, then he could lay claim to the ships because they were docked and moored on his property, and he would be blameless in it. And this is what he's tried to convince the Press Ganged Opportunists to do. I don't know. You guys agreed to do that, right?
It didn't take much convincing.
No,
Right.
we were on board.
Kill some ship captains. All right. What
Yeah.
else you got?
The only
I'm
hiccup.
having a crisis of faith over doing that.
Well, the only hiccup was when Prince Zeech had said it's no big deal. They're just some dirty Renee captains anyway, and that touched a chord with good old Raleigh, because Raleigh's mom was a gypsy Renee herself.
All right, so yeah, okay, all right. That's
And
right.
where we left off was everybody got shown to their rooms. Their stuff was laundered, and they were bedding down for the evening. And so that's where we left off. So I guess what I should ask is anybody planning on doing anything during the night aside just sleeping in a comfortable bed after being out on the plains of the Bandit Kingdoms in that blizzard and everything?
What are the walls made of?
Actually, this whole place is really sturdily built. So, like the exterior walls are all made of like marble, and then they're lined, and there's like wood and stuff, but it's like there's wood, insulation, then the outside marble walls. The interior walls are made of really thick, stout wood, and it's not like you can hear your neighbors or people down the hall. They're very well insulated, and there you go.
What about the floor?
Pretty much the same thing. This is an extremely well-made place. It is wood as well.
All wood.
Yeah, the interior is all wood. The outside frame, much like a castle. You know how a castle would be.
He wants
all
to sleep
stone?
inside the walls.
I want to sleep inside the walls.
Oh,
I'll wander outside, find
Let's
a
get
spot,
down to
climb the
brass
wall, and
tacks.
meld into it.
yeah, you could definitely do that. There's some rocks outside, because this is Prince Zeech's palace is on top of a hill that's overlooks the harbor and the city. It's the high point of everything.
That's fine. I'll just merge into one of the outside walls. No one's noticing. That's where I'll be.
Okay.
Wyndon's just going to be in the room. He's reading through his book and writing some calculations down, and he looks up and goes, "Finally," and then he'll put that down and go to sleep, basically.
Okay. Now, also too, don't forget, Zeech is gonna pay you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got he's gonna pay everybody 5,000 gold.
Yeah,
Yep, that has not been forgotten by Wyndon.
I don't necessarily believe it, but I just.
Well, that's okay, because he's going to pay me 10,000 gold, and he's going to give you a handshake.
I just wanted a couple of minor gems, some rubies.
He's gonna give you that so you can do your creepy shit.
So why did we have to kill these captains again? What is
So that
like?
Prince Zeech
So they
could
can
take
steal their
the boats under the cover
Legally.
of, oh well, these guys died, now they're my boats.
Yeah.
Without directly implicated.
Yeah, so essentially what is the way it's supposed to go down is you guys are not supposed to say in any sort of way that you're connected to Prince Zeech.
Right.
You're just supposed to be some travelers that wind up being within the same tavern as these guys or where have you, and then you're going to just take them out, and then when they're dead, these ships will no longer have, quote unquote, their owners, the captains. And so then Zeech can just go, oh, yeah, those are mine now, seeing how,
Right.
There's that
so
whole
we gotta play,
dying in my harbor tax that
we gotta play it cool, like we're just some drunken, irate travelers without any connection to, and we just happen to kill these dudes. We're not like, in the name of Prince Zeech, we kill you.
Yeah.
That would,
Exactly.
Yeah, that wouldn't go very well. So, and Zeech has been
But
nice to you.
feel
guys.
free to say, in the name of Nerul, we kill you.
Yeah,
sure,
you could do
that
that.
would be a good cover.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that.
Fine. Okay. So there we are. So we'll begin with it's the next morning. Everybody's waking up. Ash is being shot out of a wall or a stone.
No, I'm aware of the passage of time. When I awake and I'm ready, I just step out of
Can
it.
you actually sleep in like what spells that again?
Meld into stone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could spend your night in a rock, or
Yeah. I mean,
you only
it's
take damage if the stone itself is destroyed. So
Yep.
alright.
It's a useful spell for some things.
Mhm.
It would be completely broken if it allowed you to travel through the stone.
Right.
but for a paranoid death priest, it's a perfect place to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are quite a few people in here that you're not too comfortable with.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if you would say that you're not comfortable with, but you're sort of, well, you don't know how. I mean, Lady Juliana and Vossler and all these Horn Society Nerulians and whatnot who are
Wish me to join them.
Yeah, they straight up offered, man. They
Probably don't want to be found asleep when they're around.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the morning, you guys, there will be a rap at your door, each and every one of your doors. It will be a servant who is, they were bringing you warm, hot water, towels, things to get cleaned up for the day, what have you. They let you know that, as opposed to yesterday when you came and you came out onto his patio where he was playing whack-a-mole with the poor unfortunate guards and kobolds who had failed to keep his ship safe. You've got they take you down into a big dining hall. Okay, so who wants to be first, or are you guys coming all together? How's this going down?
Well, I have no idea where Ash goes at night, and so yeah, I'll just wander down whenever I get. I probably was awake before the rap at the door anyway, so I'll just wander down then.
Okay, all right. So I take it. So Wyndon's going to be the first one down.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, Raleigh wouldn't wake up until there was the rap at his door, and then it's going to take him a few minutes. So,
yeah, because he's got to talk
right.
to the servant for a little while too, because that, hey, how's it going?
Of course,
yeah, he's polite.
fix his hair.
Yeah. Okay, so Wyndon, you come down, and you come into, because you're shown the way, and by the servant, and you're shown into this these. Ornate, very well taken care of. I don't know what you call that. Where they're oak doors, but they're well. I want to say oiled, and I know that's not
stained.
Right. Thank you. There's a word I was looking for. Stained, sort of like a.
I often oil my oak doors. So I mean,
yeah. I know on regular upkeep,
and it gives them a nice shine.
Okay, so they open these stained, and they're stained like a red almost. Brass, really ornate handles. They open up the handle and let you in. There's a big long table in there. Could easily sit. It's got place for like 30 guests. And there at one end is Trent and Darton.
Okay.
Sitting down, eating. And when you come walking in, they both go, hey, how's it going?
I'll nod to them. Trent, Darton.
Hey, Wyndon. Yeah, we were wondering if you would have made it out okay. So obviously you have. I take it everybody else is here. We heard that some folk had showed up, but they didn't.
Yes, my usual core group is here somewhere.
Your best friends.
Love you. We're your people, man. Deal with it.
You don't get to choose your family. Yeah, that was a terrible thing with the bugs that we ran into. But some of us were able to make it out of there okay. So yeah, and do your core groups here? Does that not Raleigh though, right? Raleigh didn't make it out today.
He's here.
He is. Wow. Okay, that's great. I mean,
Yeah, it's great.
last time I saw him, he was going down a hole, one of them bug holes, and I just, assumed.
Oh, you guys weren't dragged underneath into the bug tunnels?
No, we got the hell up out of there.
Good plan.
Yeah,
Good plan. It didn't end up well for anyone else who seemed to go down there.
Well, Alfor made it out too. He's the one who, he kind of tipped us off about it was going to be going down, and so we got out of there.
And Will, out of character, Alfor is the hobgoblin?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. That was the hobgoblin guide.
Got it. Is Alfor here as well?
Nah, we haven't seen him since we showed up. I don't know if you've noticed, but they kind of don't let humanoids into the Alhaster.
We only got in because of our connections.
Yeah. Well, so
we were otherwise going to go to the West Gate.
Yeah, that's where I'm assuming that Alfor went, but I can't say. It's just it is what it is, so to speak. So
then, Ash comes wandering in from the outside.
Okay, so who's accompanying Ash this morning?
From outside?
Or
from outside. My bad.
What
So
undead animated abominations are?
Well,
I didn't raise anybody this morning. I figure if we're going to plan on going into combat, and Salas is pretty beaten up, so
that's true.
I left her bones in the backpack.
Okay. So you're coming in from outside, so you're just you kind of like instinctively make your way, because this is a different room. It's a different area. Are you gonna go upstairs first, or are you?
Well, I'll find a servant to give me some direction. Then I guess.
They'll totally, like, because basically you'll run into one in the hall, and they'll be like, oh, sir. So yeah, it's easy for you to make your way over into the.
I'll be like, do you want a job? No? Okay, then where do I go eat?
Okay. And
now, like when
Raleigh
the servants come to wake us up, do they escort us to this room or just tell us where it is?
When you're ready, they'll take you down. They'll show you the way. So basically, they like rap on the door. You open up the door. They bring in the stuff. Then they go and they wait outside until you're done, and then they take you down. So you guys can just interject whenever you show up. So it's completely up to you.
All right. I mean, I'll eventually. I'm in no particular hurry. I
know you're trying to make that dramatic entrance. You know,
I'm waiting until night to show up. No.
That sounds about right.
Shadows in here,
right? Okay, so
I've been meditating and concentrating on things in there, and I don't feel the need to be hurried. So.
Gotcha. All right.
I sell them as
Watch Talon comes in with a room divider and places it like strategically near a torch to create like a little section of shadow.
Quick, douse some of the lights.
I should have sent the servants in with them. Instead, I do it myself, and I can't quite get it at the right angle. And then once 5 minutes later, I finally have it in the right spot, and then I meld into the shadow.
So do you keep
a spot of darkness? You just smoking a clove cigarette.
So do you keep a spare cloak, like a white one, completely different from what you normally wear? You put it over you. You go into the room. You douse some lights. You go back out of the room. Take the cloak off, and then make your entrance.
Yeah.
It's like answering your own
I have a
yourself.
really big hat, and a fake mustache. It's like
right. You got your whole disguise going on.
Nothing does broad humor like the Shadakai. I'm just saying.
Right. All right. So Ash comes into the room, and when you come in, Ash, Trent and Darton are there, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going?"
We'll assume Raleigh comes
give him
in
a little curt
Okay.
nod to those two, and then I see Raleigh there, and I nod at him and say, "Morning, apprentice." And then,
good morning to your holy lord, guy. Pray
Nailed it
Creator.
Yeah. Well,
Good. I know which one it is.
Hey, Lee Kim. Okay,
what's up?
And Frank Creed is here too. Don't forget.
What's up, Frank?
I just saw it. Hey, Frank, how's it going? All right. So, Raleigh comes in. Trent, Darton, hey, how's it going, Raleigh? Oh man, we were worried about you. We thought for sure that you were gone. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, no, I was super worried about you guys too. He leans into Ash. He's like, "Who the fuck are these people?"
They're nobody of any real importance.
Okay.
I'll eventually make my way down there. I'll sit outside and listen, so I'm not surprised to hear Trent and Darton.
Well, you guys were told too that they were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd mentioned it.
Yeah, Prince Zeech mentioned it to you guys that they were there. So you guys are left amongst your own devices for quite a bit, like a good 30 minutes. You're there amongst yourselves eating and what have you. So no Prince Zeech, Lady Juliana, there's no Vossler, there's nobody else. There's servants in there that will refresh or bring you whatever you want. Like they're standing at the wait and ready. So like if you empty a cup, they're right there.
Oh, I put them to heavy work then.
Yeah, and
demanding the best from the larder.
Yeah, and they hook you up. They get you whatever you need. So
yeah, when I walk in, I'll look to them, and I would have applied some fresh ash to my
of course you would
makeup. Yeah, well, because I would have gotten cleaned up, but
yeah, you got to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, So, and I would say, give us a moment to speak, and hope they get the point.
You say that to the servants?
To the servants, yeah.
It takes them a quick second. They look at each other, and then one goes, "Oh," and then whoever that one is starts leaving, and then
while they're having that look at each other and slowly realizing, Raleigh's doing the exact same thing. He's kind of look at the servants, and he's like, "Oh," and he goes to leave with them.
I won't stop him.
He wants a minute.
Yeah.
Servants, bring quail eggs. I need them.
Need them.
Yes,
and then if there's an open seat next to Darton Ganger,
yeah, there is actually.
I'll pull out the chair, move it uncomfortably close to him, and sit down next to him.
And
then just stare at him for a moment, and say,
"Okay, he's just got a mouthful of food."
Mm-hmm. How is it that you two are still alive?
Well, I have I don't even remember how he had Darton Ganger sounding. So
he's a doppelganger, so he could sound like whatever he
that's
wants.
right. It's however he wants it down.
I think it was German, if I remember correctly.
All right, sure. What the fuck? We'll go with German. Well, you see, we left very with the bugs that come out of the ground, and then the next thing you know, there's a lot of yelling, and we ran.
You left everybody else there to die.
No, that wasn't quite. I don't know what the
now
hell
you're
kind
French.
of accent that is. Just let it go. He's doppelgangering in his accent.
This is what happens, yeah. When you're never really yourself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Throw a dash of Rastafarian in there. Give me some.
Yeah, man. We were outside, man. And
No.
Oh my God.
We've
I'm working on it.
We've gone too far.
Yeah, we were. Unfortunately, what had happened was there were all the bugs. They came up out of the ground.
Yes, we saw and we killed these creatures.
Well, it's good for you. It's
My
unfortunately,
question.
things were quite hairy for some time, so
Or chitinous.
we decided not to attempt to tussle with these things, and we took off.
So, did you make any effort to reconnect with us, or did you just turn tail and run like the cowards you appear to be?
We came to where we were supposed to go, to the Red Hand.
Turn tail and run like the cowards you appear to be. Good to know.
Ollie comes back in now, and he's got an apron on, and he's being Ash's quail eggs.
Excellent. You'll make a great apprentice.
You guys should see the kitchen back there. It's fucking phenomenal.
It is really nice. It's well stocked. A very full larder, so to speak. So
again, I'll say toward Darton Ganger. Have you made an attempt to reach out to your master?
Not at this time, no. I have not really gotten any information to send to Krasna at the moment.
Including the fact that you lost those that you were, in part, sent to...
Not very true. See, I assumed that you who were meeting with the individuals that you had gone to meet with were still alive and very well. The only one, unfortunately, there you go, French, that I thought...
Sacre bleu!
Sacre bleu! The only one that I thought that was dead was Monsieur Raleigh.
Yeah. Who? Again, I don't know who. Who is this person?
And you chose not to report that?
Report that to who? This is the first time I've seen you since. You mean to Krasner?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting.
Obviously, don't you think I'd like to know I'm dead?
I was waiting to speak with all of you. I thought we had an understanding that I would, in payment for you not killing me, I would pass along the information to Krasner that you had some input with as well.
Appreciated.
he starts playing with this mustache that just grew on his face.
It's a handy skill you have there.
Yeah, and then I'll turn to Trent and say, you too decided to leave.
Yeah. I left with Alfor when the ground exploded with an ant farm with ants the size, well, hell, they were bigger than cows. Excuse me for not staying around to get dragged down into those tunnels. Let me ask you something. All those guys that got dragged down, did you find all of them?
Yes.
Nope.
Well,
yeah.
I don't think we found all of them.
Yeah, and let me take a,
we found parts of most of them.
Yeah, let me take a wild guess. They were all kicking and alive when you found them down there.
No,
right?
They were dead. Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't have any ill will towards you guys running. I mean, it's the sensible thing to do.
That's right.
It's just a simple fact of life. Some people have just got big old giant sets of balls, and when they see bugs crawl out of the earth, they think that's fun to go, explore that. And some people don't, and you can't fault them for not having big old giant sets of balls. It's okay, stranger.
I think Raleigh's met Trent before, though.
Oh yeah.
Several times.
He's put
Yeah,
spells
that's what I
on
thought.
Trent.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're just playing Raleigh. Okay, good. All right.
Now, what is your plan now that you are here in the castle of Zeech?
Cats.
Are you talking?
Well, they want me to kill these Renee guys, but I don't really want to do that. What's your plan?
Shut up, please. Do not. I'm talking to the others.
Why are we talking to them? Why are they here? Why are you here?
Please take a vow of silence.
Well, I'm here because, one, I was making my way to Ernst, but once I heard that...
What is your plan now? We understand how you made it to this place.
Okay, my plan now is to help you guys with the soul train. I kind of would like my soul back.
You don't have a soul either?
No, I was in the
I'm
same
sorry.
prison
I feel like I was kind of mean to you. I didn't know you didn't have a soul. Sorry.
I'll just turn to Trent. He really doesn't remember.
Yeah, this is.
I'm gathering that.
He's a good friend of yours, or he used to be, but yeah, he's forgotten you. It happens.
People grow apart.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't seem very interesting. I'm sorry.
But of course.
I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I am from the lands of Ayuz. All the Iusians talk like this.
Have you either of you two met directly with Prince Zeech?
Yeah, we met him when we first got here.
And did he offer you a proposition as well, or what did he offer you?
Well, he was waiting to see if any of you others showed up before anything. So basically, we've been in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Did he let you whack any kobold skulls?
No.
I
Did
just
you
heard something
ask?
because that I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you ask for the
No,
privilege?
Something that happened.
No, that's usually that's like the third thing I ask for when I go into a new too many kobolds that need whacking.
Each city has its own customs. I don't judge. I just try to acclimate.
Yeah, me too.
You're-
Me too.
We're a cosmopolitan man there, Raleigh.
Where is Alfor? Is he in the West Gate?
Like he said, I don't know.
Oh,
And
that's.
he pointed.
I was not paying attention to anything that had been happening there for some time.
Yeah, because you asked that question already of Dart and
I
Gabriel.
didn't ask where Alfor was to him.
Somebody did.
I was talking about it.
earlier.
that's before I got here.
That's before Talon came in.
All right,
Yeah.
so that gives me. It doesn't give Adam an excuse, but it gives Talon an excuse.
You knew what you were doing the whole time. Alan didn't know.
I'm assuming he's in Westgate.
You guys should go find him. Like,
Why?
Right.
Isn't he your friend?
No.
No, he's not. I don't understand. I'm not a sociable guy, but I seem to understand social dynamics better than most of you. I don't understand how that happened.
Well, you see, I spent most of my life in one dark temple surrounded by evil people trying to kill other people.
All right,
That's what I
sure.
understand.
well, see, what I'm thinking is just
I
that
grew
we
up
need to
sad and
plan a
alone, and
very
now I'm a
serious- and I don't want to talk about it in front of these two people.
Right.
So,
Right.
right.
Okay.
Because you guys you want to kill my grandpa or uncle or something, as far as I know. I have a lot of pirate distant relatives, and I don't
Right.
want to. I don't want to murder them.
I mean, you could always just stay in your room or something and then just reap the benefits afterwards.
I don't know that I feel comfortable having this conversation in mixed company.
Right? Why are they here?
Why are they
Get
still alive?
The fuck out!
I'm sure Prince Zeech has a use for them.
I am right here.
No, I know, Trent. I'm not.
Yeah, why?
I've
'Cause
asked you this question before. If you remember, why are you
doing the
still
same?
alive?
I'm doing the same thing you guys are.
Exactly. See?
Yeah.
Trent's
You're
on our
not one
side.
of us. You're not a part of this. Why are you a part of this?
Well, he's
You're not
missing his soul.
I
Oh,
was
he's
in
with-
the
oh, that's-
same.
I forgot again
prison.
about the soul. I'm so sorry. What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Uh,
Sorry, Steve. That's my go-to name.
Hey,
yeah,
It
it's
is.
everyone's.
Every
Don't worry about it. It's
time.
fine.
Trent at this point looks over at Wind and he goes, "Really, man? I just don't get it."
Yeah, no, I know. I know. I sometimes feel like I might be being punished for my crimes, as it were.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the same way.
All right, but guys, all fun times and gigglies aside, I really don't want to discuss this with these two. Could you,
You are the one that
gentlemen,
keeps bringing this
please
up.
find yourselves anywhere else so we can decide how we're going to spend our day?
Well, I assume we're waiting for
You
either
good?
Prince Zeech or his representative.
Trent gets up. He gets like some bread. He slaps some bacon and some eggs and different stuff into it, making a big old like taco sandwich. And he goes, I don't want to be around you guys either. So I think this all works out for the benefit.
That's
So-
fair.
I'll talk.
We'll come find you, and we need to tell you what to do. But this is the big boy. We're the grown ups.
I'm telling you something right now, loudmouth. When we go to the ship, I'm coming. So you figure out whatever you're doing, but I'm going to the Soul Train. That's right. He
Don't you
called it
threaten
Soul
me with a
Train.
good time, gorgeous.
And then he turns and he walks and he's before he leaves, he takes a step, stops, turns and he goes, and as far as this shape changing son of a bitch is concerned, he's nothing and nobody to me. So I don't get to speak for him. And then he turns back and he leaves. He's chewing on his thing as he goes. Oh, would you like me to send in the servants? Oh, well, I guess you guys can do that on your own, too. I mean, he goes out.
Soon as he's out of earshot, I say, yeah, he just outlived his usefulness. I vote he doesn't survive the ship encounter.
Why? Why do we have to kill
Okay, Darden Ganger.
Because he just pissed me off.
Because
He did not tolerate
hold on.
Raleigh's command.
I'm going to type it in the chat. Hold on.
Oh,
my
boy.
goodness.
That's why.
What did you type? I didn't see.
Murder hobo. I was listening to a podcast earlier where they were actually doing. I know this has absolutely nothing to do with anything, but they were playing the Moldave box set of original D&D, and like the experience you get is directly tied to how much gold you steal out of the dungeon and all this different stuff. Like attacking monsters that are not in the dungeon, they're like, you don't get any experience for that. So like it's like, oh, they run into like a dog outside the dungeon. Run away! Inside the dungeon, it doesn't matter. It's a 3-year-old girl with gold locks, got a bag of coins. Get her!
UXP.
Yep. Okay. So Darton Ganger then stands up and he goes, well, gentlemen, since I have all of a sudden got this incredibly crazy French accent, is there anything that you would like me to send in the message to Krasner? I am going to allow him.
Just that we're infiltrating Prince Zeech's lair and finding more about his plans would probably suffice.
And all is
And we
good.
did an extra good job. We've been brushing our teeth and saying our prayers and wearing our crowns and good boys.
Yes,
Well,
and,
none of us have our crown on.
Right, and he said he goes. Speaking of which, I wanted to maybe ask you, since how you don't have those on anymore, do you still have them in your possessions?
We're still wearing them. I made them invisible. You're welcome.
Very well.
Why are you interested in this?
Because I was going to remind you that
He can scry on us with them.
Krasner can follow you with those, and if you left them
Yes.
out on the plains, well, it kind of wouldn't do me any good to report back that we're all here talking with Prince Zeech, and he goes, bullshit, they are in the plains, I can scry on them.
I have them, except for Wyndon's, of course, who is on his person.
Very well, this is all I needed to know. Adieu. And
How accurate do you think? How much do you think he can pinpoint? Like, do you think that he thinks he's just been giving me a piggyback for the last 4 days?
I don't think. I mean, I don't know a lot about these sort of things. I know a little. I don't know that it's necessarily that precise, although it could be given.
Morgan did, and Morgan told you guys pretty much, because Morgan inspected him quite thoroughly, and he said that even the magics that were on them probably would help to boost a locate object spell enough for someone to pinpoint those specific items. So it's basically it was a bolstering of existing magical techniques.
That's one of the reasons Wyndon's kept his on him.
Right.
So,
no, I got you. So Morgan had informed you guys of that, because locate object, there is a limit to how far it can go. Mm-hmm. So that's what Morgan was saying, is that the magics that were put on there were like boosting agents, is pretty much basically what it was. So okay, so now Darton Genger's left, so it's just the 4 of you now.
What about him? Should we kill him too?
One of the servants
however.
pokes their head in the room. Is there anything else you sirs need?
Yes, a complete refill of everything. Come on. What are you waiting for? You're standing there like a bunch of bums. Are you paid
I'm
to
so
do that?
sorry, Trisha. Don't you listen to him.
The doors open up, they come rushing in, and they refill and, get you new napkins. I don't know. And then afterwards, they're like, is there anything else? We'll just be outside then. And they
are we waiting for a representative of the prince, or are we just free to go about our own business?
Well, the captain will be down to help you to be with you gentlemen here in a moment.
Thank you.
And which one of you will be towing me today?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
They all look at each other. They all look at each other with complete. They're lost. They're miffed. They don't understand.
I need a volunteer, a strong one of you. Don't have to be real bright, just strong muscles. You will be carrying me today.
And they start looking at each other and go, "We'll be outside." And they go rushing outside, and the door closes.
I do not believe that we should take Trent with us on our initial mission. And if we bring him on the ship once we are able to acquire them, we need to keep a close eye on him.
I don't think he needs to survive.
Once he's done nothing so far. Except he has been. He has. Well, I mean, I am rubber, you're glue.
What's rubber?
That's great. What the hell was the captain's name?
I don't know.
I had it written down, and obviously I didn't put it.
Ahab?
Oh, there it is. No, I got it. It's he's captain is Bergen.
Yeah, that's right.
Biggest day right in front of me. I even have it highlighted in my notes so that I can see. And I missed it.
We do need to determine, however, when Darton Ganger and Alfor die, and when we ditch Morty.
Morty, I think I'm considering. I really toying to the option. It's not exactly where I want to be in my life, and ideally, I should be married. But I think I'm going to adopt him.
I think we should take him and maybe when we are on the ship, attach heavy weights like cannonballs to him, and then throw him overboard so he will be stuck at the bottom of the sea.
I have another.
Yeah, no, that's cool too. That's also cool. Yeah.
I would like to open up a stone, a boulder, have him sit in it, and then I will close the boulder in upon him.
That's fine as long as he is not able to follow us.
He would be unable to leave the boulder.
Once we have the souls,
let him even bring in food and drink so he feels safe.
You're some twisted fucks.
Just so you know, Wyndham's not in on any of this. Not happy with any of this.
I think the term is guilty by association.
Once we have, the thing is, once we have these souls, we cannot allow anyone to help the Iusians follow us.
So, quick question: what do you do with the souls? Do you do you drink your soul?
We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
And then what are we gonna do with everybody else's soul?
Like you guys know, because you played in the campaign where the adventures when we did the good guys, that the souls are kept in these little clay jars with stoppers on them. But you guys don't even know that. You have no idea what you're going to find or what have you.
Raleigh pictures just like clear vial, like potion bottles.
Right. And why wouldn't you? I mean, it's like, it's like
either that or just like a thick fog. Like there's just a room somewhere with a really thick fog, and it's just
everybody's souls in there, right?
You just walk in and inhale deeply, be like, nope, that was Charles. Breathe them out.
Yeah.
Not the
Maybe they're baked into wafers.
Ooh, that'd be
the one that's yours.
Body of Raleigh.
No doubt. Maybe I have to change this. They're little cookies in the shape of people.
I don't know that we need. First of all, I don't really think Trent's going to be a problem. I don't think we need to kill him. I don't think we need to worry about him.
I think we need to keep an eye on him.
Trent?
Yeah.
We can have him get in the boulder with.
No, we
don't. No, we do not need to stick it. And only those that need to be stuck in the boulder should be stuck into a boulder. Anything else is overkill.
I think it's
that's overkill. Yeah. Okay.
For them.
If we stick Morty in a boulder, can we just do like his top half so his legs are just kicking?
No, because then he could probably escape. You know how he would rot and decompose, and all of a sudden, 10 years from now, he'll stand up outside the boulder. I don't like that idea.
All I know is that we need to get away. We need to get away. I think we are losing.
Have we lost the
our
thread?
focus? Yeah.
That's weird.
No, I find that extremely hard to believe.
So yeah, I mean, I'll turn to Wyndon and say, I understand that you have reservations, but we do not know if we can trust Trent.
That's fine, but I don't think we have to go killing him.
I am not. I agree. I do not.
I'm not
that
suggesting we kill him. We just imprison him.
We're not sticking in the. We're not sticking him in a boulder.
If you guys are done fucking around, can we get to business, please?
Yes.
I spend so much time waiting for you to.
You have been.
Is it the other one? The other one must be back.
We will
need to kill Dartenganger.
Yes, Dartenganger is someone who we do need to deal with.
And we do need to get rid of Alfor, and
he's not a problem. He's stuck in Westgate. He's probably gonna get killed there anyway. I'm not worried about him.
And we also need to get rid of Morty.
Well, Morty is a little bit more tricky.
So we cannot kill him. So I know, stick him in the fucking boulder. Yes,
Simple.
I really feel like if we could harness Morty to be on our side, he could be a huge asset.
I do not trust a man who works willingly for Ayus.
We were all working.
Just ask him to tell the truth.
I was never working for him.
I was never working for him either.
All right, we're just splitting hairs.
Yes. We were forced into servitude for a short period of time. That would be great. Yes,
Did you see what Lee Kim wrote?
Wyndon
is an enabler.
You're the worst one of all of us because you're the only one who knows better.
Yeah.
Shit that we do.
It's not like he can stop all of you at once. So
yeah, that's good. Lee Kim, you just made my night, dude.
I'll turn to Raleigh and say yes, and now we need to kill the ship captains.
Right. So quick thing. Totally. But maybe we don't kill them. Maybe we beat them up real good, and then how's
that going to help?
I don't know.
We could try to win their boats in a gambling contest or something.
We could stick them into a boulder.
I'm an excellent gambler. Let's do that.
Well, there is also another option which I do not recommend. But the other option is that we do have a doppelganger. We can have one look like one of the ship captains and just take us on his boat with his crew and sail us over there.
Oh, I can also.
That is an interesting
sometimes
idea.
People say that I look like other people. I think I can do that.
We have a doppelganger specifically.
Well, yeah, but that's one captain. What about two captains, two ships?
I still would like to kill these captains.
Just on general principle.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
But there are other options.
It is the season of the harvest. We must do somebody.
I like this whole gambling idea, because that I like to gamble. Who doesn't like to gamble? We can have a little fun. We can win some pirate ships, and then if that doesn't work, maybe we just kick the shit out of them and bring them back to Prince Zeech, and then they can tell him about how thankful they are that they're not dying, and they would love to give him their ships. Right?
Prince Zeech did give us a very specific task.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah. Well, we didn't wiggle.
And
Prince Zeech seems like a very reasonable guy. I'm gonna wiggle.
I do not know that you understand the word reason.
At that point, the doors that are on the far side, not the ones that the servants brought you to and led you into the dining hall, open up, and in walks Captain Bergen, and he comes in, closes the door, takes his helmet off, and he goes, "Good morning, everyone."
Captain.
And he comes over and he sets his helmet down on the table. And he goes, "I hope the morning's breakfast is to everyone's liking."
It's wonderful.
Excellent. And everyone slept well?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, like a baby.
Nicest bed I've ever had.
Excellent. So he goes over and he starts getting himself a plate of breakfast. And he goes, Well, gentlemen, I am here to answer any questions you might have before this evening. I'm sure you might have some.
Yeah. So just quick question. If these captains were to pledge themselves and their ships to Prince Zeech, that would be preferable than having dead captains, right? Because you need captains.
You are 100% correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Now, Prince Zeech has already approached them and made quite generous offers, which were turned down.
Oh yeah. No, I am convincing, persuasive. I've got a way with words. I think it's going to be okay.
I'm sure you are. If you're planning on making some sort of an arrangement, I'm sure that Prince Zeech would be able to come around to that, but it would have to be binding. We would have to get signatures, a contract.
So he would probably not prefer that we just steal these ships and the crews and sail off to attack the Soul Train.
Well, the prince, and I think I may be incorrect on this.
No, he was quite clear about what he wants.
He wants the ships.
He wants the ships for all, ever and for always.
He wants to be in control of.
So killing the ship captains it is. Understood.
If for some way you're able to get them to agree and sign a contract, however, of what did they call that when you're back in the day you were not a freebooter, privateers. If you would get them to agree to a contract to be privateers for the prince, I'm sure he would be agreeable to that. But he would want to meet with the twins.
Oh,
these
they're
captains
related.
are twins.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just two of them?
Two captains, correct.
Oh, yep. Okay. I thought it was going to be like 76 captains. This is two captains.
No,
that's just one for each hand.
Yes, Kister and Castana are their names. They are the captains. They have 3 ships under their command, all of which are currently in the harbor. Like I said, the prince did make a very generous offer and was rebuked.
I find it strange that.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Oh no, go ahead.
I just wanted it was Kister and who?
Castana.
Okay.
I find it strange that these captains are not swayed by large amounts of gold. Did they offer a reason for their rejection?
Oh yes, and at this time he goes and he sits down at the table, and he sits like close proximity. He doesn't do this "I'm better than you" and sits at the head at the table way down at the end or anything like that. He sits down and he goes, "Oh yes, I think it was something along the lines of they would never work for that elitist prick, or was it son of a?
I see.
One of the two." Yes, they take full advantage of the open harbor for those who commit piracy that the prince provides, but have no loyalty to the prince, and well,
understood.
They don't care.
All right, so one more quick question. Just what, for Prince Zeech's purposes of claiming these ships, constitutes dead? Is missing okay? Like if they just go missing, what does he have to wait like 24 hours before he can claim their ships? What are we talking?
Well, I guess basically, so long as they don't pop back up and require their ships, or would be any further. Let's see. He doesn't want to have to deal with them again.
Yeah. Cool. Unrelated, totally unrelated.
That would also mean them being alive and on the near div, bad-mouthing his policies.
Right. So totally unrelated. Could I get 2 50-foot lengths of rope, 4 sets of manacles, 2 gags, and 2 chests big enough to accommodate a full-size man? just for some other thing that is, it's for personal reasons.
We can provide those for you. That's not a problem.
Yeah. You're super helpful.
Gemstone worth exactly 150.
Yes,
gold
and
pieces.
as I do believe the prince had mentioned, you would once the completion of the job.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have some shops where if I had 150 gold pieces, I could buy him his fucking diamond? Because he won't shut up. And I think he just wants something pretty. Look at him. I can understand it. It's okay. Actually, if I could get a gemstone worth 150 gold pieces too, maybe just fit into a ring. I haven't bought anything in a long time. It just makes me feel better.
Yes. There are, and you can be shown to one. We can give you the directions to one in the city.
Cool. We'll get you sorted, buddy.
I presume there
nice
are places
brooch.
to procure a high-end crossbows of various kinds.
We have them, yes.
Great. I've been thinking about switching it up to something different.
Of course.
That's a big change for you.
Well, I like the heavy crossbow, but I feel like I could get a little bit faster if I had something smaller.
A little sleeker, a little sexier. I get it.
You have full reign of the city itself, but when you are ready to go into the harbor area, please let me know, and I shall arrange for you to be allowed in a secret manner so that you're not seen entering through Alhaster.
Excellent.
I will require the use of a servant for the afternoon then.
Is this the same as Master Raleigh's requirement for a servant? What? No offense, but what do you intend to do to our servants?
I prefer to float, and I need somebody to tow me along with a rope.
That would be very conspicuous.
He'll be like a pack animal. Not a big deal.
No, you would be very conspicuous.
If this is necessary, I'm sure we can arrange to have someone brought to you for this purpose.
Yes, of course it's necessary.
Is it necessary?
It seems.
I kind of feel like it's not. Just saying. I mean, if you want to make yourself be like the big old target and everyone knows who you are, that's fine. And we could.
I mean, I only have to float an inch off the ground, and this other person's towing me along. It's not that big of a deal. I have to float 10 feet in the air or anything.
Oh yeah, that would be ridiculous.
What do you take him for?
Yeah. Anything over a foot, that's just ludicrous.
It's like Nouveau Riche.
And where can we find these ship captains again?
They've been frequenting a establishment. Let me see here. Called the Cracked Skull. It is
If I had any good servants.
and an inn down on the docks, in the public area, of course. Yes. Yeah.
This is why they call you elitist pricks, by the way, because of comments like that.
How about a servant who you won't ever miss
No
again?
offense, but your behaviors with free willy-nilly killing people and having disrespect for most folk precede you as well.
I'm sorry. Is this not the Bandit Kingdom?
I might work for an elitist.
Kingdoms?
No, you're in Red Hand and you're in Alhaster. I'm not saying this to be confrontational. I'm merely presenting to you how others are looking at you.
Right, that I just said in case you were curious as why they thought you were an elitist prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just filling in those gaps for you.
Seriously,
Totally. It's just conversation.
It's a way for you to
Guys,
grow as
we're
a person.
not
Come
in
on,
the
take this as
Bandit
for
Kingdom
what it's meant to
No,
be.
we're not technically in the Bandit Kingdoms right now.
No.
I didn't bring my passport. Was I supposed to bring my passport?
I think we're okay.
I don't know.
Only if you upset them.
But I
Then
hear
they're
people
going to
talk
ask. Yeah, if you upset them, then they're going to ask for your passport, and then that's when you'll be screwed.
There you go. Yeah, then I'm really gonna be in trouble.
All right. Yeah, that's the last straw. It's like you burn down all the docks, you kill a bunch of people, and you go, "All right, buddy, where's your passport?"
Oh.
It's my other jerkin.
It's the boys, no.
Well, they're gonna go assassinate some
No, we have to meet with the captain before we go and do that so they can get smuggled in the right way. Am I the only person who listens to anything anyone says?
Well, let's go get
Wait.
smuggled in. Let's go get this taken care of.
Let's get smuggled in so we can kill some captains and be on our
Well,
way.
fine. I'd still like to get my crossbow though.
We'll stop on the way.
Well, I need some time with it.
If anybody needs to pee, you can you can
So
you can spend your time with it then.
the captain finishes eating, and he pushes his plate away, and he stands, grabs his helmet, puts it under his arm, and he goes, a servant will come back in and give you or help you procure your crossbow, anything you gentlemen might need. One will help get you your chests and rope and whatever you were looking for, Master Raleigh. And then if you could just meet me in an hour outside of the palace here, we will take you on your way, unless of course you needed more time to prepare.
I do need a little bit more time. Can we do 2
Excellent.
hours?
2 hours it is. I shall meet
Thank
you
you.
gentlemen out front at
I
that
actually, as he's like preparing to leave, stand up, pull out my alms bowl, and look all pious and hold it out, say for the cause.
time. He looks at you, gives you a curt little bow, and then turns and walks out.
Yeah.
And surprising, of course, everybody that's here, all of the guards, the captain, Bergen, they all wear jack boots. So, click.
Sweet.
So
May the
Raleigh
curse
leans
of
in
Nerul visit you for your next 7 generations.
Raleigh
Then
leans
I
in
put
close
my
to
ball away and
Who's he really?
so Raleigh leans in close to Talon. He goes, so I don't want to make like a whole thing about it. No big deal. But just for frame of reference, so you know, in my eyes, your life is now tied to these captains. So if they die, it's... And he just kind of shrugs.
Here is the thing. I do not fear your threats. And also, I think it is probably important to tell you that...
Quick, give him a math problem.
Yeah.
No doubt that should be it. You know how they used to trick B.A. Baracus into
by making him drink poison
Yeah,
milk.
so
basically.
you guys are like
Refeed
always
milk.
tricking Raleigh to look at math equations. Like, hey, look what I found over here on the table. You like lift up the napkin and there's a math equation written down. You're like, ah!
Gotcha, bitch.
But yes, I'll say we did not have an opportunity to discuss this earlier, but I have regained many memories. And my former life, I was known as Andernady, or Silverwolf.
Your cousin.
Mazel tov? But anyway, I'm glad we got that.
Yes.
That we see eye to eye this confrontation.
No,
stuff.
we will do what we need to do to get these ships.
Right. And if the captain should happen to perish, I'll kill you. But no, I don't. I'm not mad about it. It's just for just for practicality reasons.
I just smile, like genuinely amused.
Sure.
Yikes. Okay, so the servants.
I didn't get to fight Ash, so now I'm gonna fight Raleigh.
So eventually, the servants come back in. There's one for each of you, and they're there to help you in however you need. See fit.
Excellent. Mr. Servant, are you tired of this life? Do you find it to be too much weight upon your shoulders? Would you like to become one of my servants, where you no longer have to worry about anything in the world? You just shuffle along with me?
Oh,
And-
tell him about the sweet release. That's my favorite part.
He's all like, I really wouldn't want to leave my family and children.
They could come with, absolutely. You could all take turns shuffling along with me.
no disrespect, sir, but I enjoy my job here working for the Prince.
Wait, but did he
Change your
tell you about
mind.
the sweet release part? Because that's my favorite part.
Yes, there is a sweet release. You will be released from this life.
Okay, so he's trying to convince a guy to let him kill him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whoever my servant is, I'll be like, "Hi, I just need to hit up a nice armory."
Yeah.
Good
The servant will actually take you to. There's actually an armory on the premise here in the palace, and they just take you in there, and there's like a dozen different types of crossbows that are in there.
Excellent. I'll just pick up a hand crossbow then, and about maybe what am I carrying here? 40. I'll pick up like another 40 bolts for it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And then I'll say, thank you very much. That's all I needed. And I'm going to go up to my room and start doing my ritual to make the hand crossbow my bonded weapon there.
Okay. The servant that's with you, Raleigh, when you ask him about he takes you throughout the palace, and they take you to some different areas. They empty out some chests. They put the rope in the man. They find, surprisingly, because he's got a dungeon on the premises, they've got plenty of manacles and whatnot, and they take those and they put them onto a small cart with a boodle to pull it.
I was so worried that you guys were
servant to pull stuff. Come on.
He got a burrow, a boodle.
I would have went with a burrow. That would have been fine.
Well, if you want a donkey, I'm sure you can convince him to give you a donkey too, or a big dog. How about that? A big dog. Oh, I'm going to have some cat run across in front of that dog. Whoa! Okay. Is there anything else that you gentlemen wanted to do before then? You're supposed to meet back up with the captain up front.
That's all I needed.
I don't want to hang out with this servant. I just miss my servant.
Okay, they more than willingly leave.
Yeah, I bet, right?
If you change your mind, come seek me out while I'm here. The offer stands the entire time I'm here.
Before I do dismiss my my servant, I say, there were other guests of Zeech that have arrived shortly before we did. Do you know where they stay within the castle?
Which ones? And are you talking about?
I'm talking about a woman and a large man.
Oh, they're upstairs in the suites. I don't know where exactly.
Thank you.
They're on the premises, though.
Yes, you can go.
All right, and then they leave. Okay. So, all right. So
Juliana has not yet made an appearance, has she?
No. Vossler, Juliana, Zeech, none of those guys came down for this. It's almost as if this was pretty much a private breakfast for you guys.
How sweet.
Yeah. All right. So with that having been said, we're going to go ahead and take a small break, and then we'll be right back, and we'll pick up with you guys meeting with the captain.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
And we're back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for waiting around for Return to the Bandit Kingdoms here on Wicked
I bet you
Studios
missed us.
LLC. I bet they did.
Yeah,
I missed us.
I doubt it.
Good times. Hey, Lee Kim, just so you know, I put them all on notice. One slip up, and the next thing you know, there's a new wizard in town. All right. Okay. So after you guys go and do your stuff, whatever you're going to do, the 2 hours pass, and waiting out front is Captain Bergen. And he's just standing there with his hands behind his back, looking all very like somebody's got a pole stuck up his ass or something like that. So very proper and militaristic. And after you guys all show up, and the rest of he's gonna, I'll keep winning, but the rest of you yahoos. So you're gonna bring the cart, correct, Raleigh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and he's riding the burro like a horse.
Okay,
Oh
no,
my
that's yeah.
Can I go separately from these guys?
You can ask.
Yeah, I say, Now I understand that we need to be let in here, and because it's to remain anonymous, I believe, and I do not believe that we can do this with the man by riding the donkey, carrying the cart full of torture equipment, and
Well,
and,
it
and,
just looks
and the
looks
floating
like two
and
chests,
and
large
the floating
chests.
and the floating cleric.
I'm not floating. I couldn't find a servant. I'm
Thanks for bringing it up.
Actually, there's
Attach
like
yourself
some,
to the back of the cart.
now that you mention it, there's like a brutish, lowbrow type of peasant guy that's out there with Captain Bergen, and he is, I've brought you your laborer for the day, Master Umbro.
Excellent, excellent. Do you tire of this life? Do you
Jesus.
long for the sweet release of death?
For just 4 easy payments of $9.95.
Right?
The sweet release of death can be yours.
The laborer looks all nervous at the captain. The captain just shakes and says, "Do not worry, sir. It'll be fine."
If you do tire of your bounds to this place, I can give you that release that you seek.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Dun, dun, dun.
It must be your choice.
Okay, with that, Captain Bergen starts leading the way. Again, he leads you down.
I make
off
him the same offer.
Yeah. He really pays no attention to it. They go down the hill. It's the paved cobbles down into the streets. Again, lots of looks, lots of stares.
I've got my hood up, of course.
The citizenry are pleasant though, in the fact that they will wave if you look at them, and they'll smile back. They'll smile at you nervously as well.
In that case, I do have my alms played out, and I'm begging as we go, because I'm just playing this whole thing to the total hilt. I've decided to own it. So,
Hold on. Actually, roll me a d20, Michael.
all right.
Far be it from me to take the power out of your hands.
10.
Okay, so you get 10 copper along the road.
Excellent.
Okay, so he leads you down through the city, and he starts leading you down towards the harbor. Now, as you get closer, you notice again, as I mentioned when you first entered the city's immaculate. The streets are clean. The citizenry is all, you don't see any poor people. You don't see any gutter trash or homeless or, it's just it's like a fairy tale type city. Okay. As you get closer towards the harbor itself, you notice that he's just taking you to a wall. And then it kind of dawns on you that, well, on the other side of that wall is the harbor. And the city is even walled off from the harbor. Okay. Lead you back into some off of the main thoroughfare into some alleys that twist and turn. They're not really big, but they're not really narrow type of alleyways either. They're all large enough for the cart. And he takes you to a small, a much smaller gate. It is about the size of large double doors, like the double doors that led into the feast hall where you were at in the palace, but definitely again still large enough for you to lead the cart through. You would have to get down or as you go through bend down so that you don't bonk your head though.
Now, are these doors oiled?
Actually, yes, it is, and there's an actual portcullis that goes up and down as well, and there's stationed there 2 guards. And so essentially, you come to this back gate. They raise the portcullis and then unlock and unbar this door, and they open it up. Now, this is an extremely sturdy, iron-bound door. And as they open it, on the other side is the back of a building, and it's an alleyway. And there's trash. There's a stray cat eating some garbage and whatnot right there. And the captain, motions. You will find the cracked skull in the most western section of the public harbor.
All right.
Yeah, goodbye.
All right.
Have we received a description of these captains?
Sure. We'll just say that he gave you a description of them. They're
Are they identical twins?
yes, they are identical
I mean,
twins. But one
We
is
could
a
just
boy.
two of the same.
One is a boy and one is a girl.
So
Well, then they're not identical.
Not usually how it works, but this is so who knows?
This is a fantasy world.
Exactly.
Maybe one of them chose to be a boy, one of them chose to be a
Oh,
girl.
right,
That's
right,
true.
right.
We're not here to judge. We're
That's
just here to
true.
kill them.
No.
Sure. Touche.
So they have dark hair, dark curly hair, and they're not big,
Right.
and very attractive.
Cool.
The boy has short hair. The girl has long hair.
All right.
There you go.
I do dismiss the laborer and take to my own feet before we enter into this new part of the city.
Okay. And the laborer goes, "Shall I wait here for you, sir?"
Now you should go about your business and tell them you did a complete and full day's job, so they'll pay you your complete and full day's wages.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And he turns and just heads off. So, and then after you guys go through, before the gate is closed, the Bergen holds out a key to whoever's the last one going through, so you can decide who that is. This
I think I'd probably go in the middle.
okay.
I'll grab
And
this.
go wherever I happen to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve's
Wyndon has the key.
Wyndon's got the key,
Yeah.
and Bergen says, "This is a magical key that will alert the guards on the other side when you finish your task. All you need to do is knock upon this door thrice with the key."
With the key. All right.
With the key. Okay, and then after you guys are through, they close the doors, drop the portcullis.
All right.
I'm going to turn the rally now that we're out of that and be like, okay, listen. If you don't want us to kill these guys, what are you proposing?
All right. So I have plans A, B, and 3. Ready?
Great.
1. We try to negotiate. I love your gambling idea. Let's gamble some stuff, especially since if we lose, we're not going to pay them. We're just going to hurt them. So that it's win-win, right?
Right.
Dose. If plan A doesn't work, our backup plan is we try to lure them outside, maybe one at a time, maybe both, and ambush them, and then just beat them down, beat them with the, but not the stabby stab, right?
Right.
And then we cuff them and we tie them up, and we hog tie them and we gag them and we shove them in these trunks, and they're mad. Sure, they're mad. They're alive, right?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that if I have enough time to talk to them, then I can, make them see the beauty of life, right? And then if none of that works, we just tear the bar up, right? We're just still with the beatings and the beatdowns and the living another day, right?
Right.
And I would think that Wyndon, having traveled with Raleigh enough, knows that when he says convince them or see his way, he's talking about using magic on them.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
He knows. Yeah. Okay. Remember, though, that one of the primary objectives was for these guys not to be able to speak ill of Prince Zeech. So.
Right. But if we can't convince them, then maybe we have to kill them. But I can know that I tried.
Okay.
Or we could always just conspire to cut out their tongues, and then they can't speak ill will.
That's something I maybe want to run past the Prince, but I am absolutely on board for that.
Well, you want to keep them alive, capture them.
Right, like,
I'm
not
you said,
opposed to
slice out their tongues. We
have to
fulfilled the
presume
contract.
they're still literate.
Well, yeah, but they can still write nasty notes.
Yeah.
Like,
There was nothing
people
said
write this
about
Prince Zeech
writing.
stuff,
It was
check
just
yes or
speech.
no.
I think
The contract called for speech. Let's not go renegotiate the contract.
Well, yeah, but I just want to
called
make
for
sure
speech.
that we're not going to cut out tongues willy-nilly.
I
and then
start
find-
heading west.
Yeah. Well, we'll try it your way first, Raleigh, and hopefully it'll go well.
Cool. You've always been there for me, Wyndon.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys start heading out into the public areas of heading out into the public docks. Now, these docks, as you could, like I said, even from just when you get let out into this alleyway, completely different. There is trash on the streets. There are, drunkards.
This is where all the homeless are.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some homeless
Stacked
people
in the
here.
corner.
The undesirables have been all sequestered here.
But mostly what it is, it's not so much as in the undesirables are put into this section of town. This is essentially when ships come to port that are not Alhastrian or the ships of Red Hand. They come here and they're not allowed into the city.
Right.
Okay, so these are the crews of the ships and so forth. These kind of people. You do notice that there are Red Hand guards here as well. But the guards that are here, their uniforms are a little bit less well tailored. They're not so broad a chest or blonde a hair, so to speak. They're more brown of the eye, if you see where I'm getting at. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and there's plenty of it. It is a fully functioning dock area, and there's plenty of ships. There's merchant ships and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of warehouses. Like basically where you come out from is the alleyway is let out behind where there's just tons of warehouses. Then you go out onto the main thoroughfare. The thoroughfare goes down to the front street, which runs the entire front of the dock area, which then leads into other sections of the docks where there's blacksmiths and some trade workers. There's plenty of taverns, hostels, different places for people to eat. Basically anything that anybody who is traveling and stopping off in Alhaster can, partake of and not have to be let into the city.
As per usual, I imagine I'm the most normal looking out of our entire party.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
but
so-
there are
I'm just dressed in my regular robes right now. There's no vampire teeth or anything.
there
You
are
don't have your
other
giant scythe outside hanging around.
Well, I do have a sigh, but
yeah, exactly. I have a side. I've got black armor on. I got a big old skull chain swinging like a medallion. There are demi-humans here, but surprisingly, there's still not any humanoids of any sorts. You do catch like one or two half-orcs in just passing, but so there's like none of those hobgoblins are here.
I'll say to everyone, especially to Raleigh, listen, I'll sort of be innocuous backup, so why don't I go either ahead or behind you guys, and I'll just sort of insinuate myself into the bar separately from you all.
Sure. It dawned on me. We need something to gamble. They're not just gonna, wager their ships against nothing.
I was worried you were gonna say that. All right, here. And you kind of see Wyndon sort of like turn around and like do a series of like, well, you don't know exactly what he does. He's trying to stay somewhat hidden, and he like looks around.
He's doing some magic stuff, it.
And he pulls out a small sack,
wizard.
and he gives you a sack, and it's got about 50 platinum in it. He goes, "It's about 50 platinum. I haven't got it turned into gold yet, but so here."
Okay, great. This'll help. And he like pulls out his own sack, which is just bulging and just overly large. And it's the little Z. He's like, all right, yeah, there's two of these. Like, anybody else want to contribute? Do you think maybe how much do you bet for a ship? I've never gambled.
Well, I think you have to work up to it.
I pull out 5 copper
what if
out of the alms plate and say, "This is what the people of the city have donated."
What if we get some boxes and we put them in the chest, and then we spread all our gold and platinum out on top of the boxes, so it looks like the whole chest is filled with gold and platinum. I've done it before and it's worked.
Couple things. First of all, how much money do you have on you?
Well, I mean, it's kind of poor taste.
You know? I just gave you 500 gold worth of coin.
Well, so I've got 250 platinum pieces, and you needed
some seed money to gamble with.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much you need to gamble for ships.
Okay. Essentially, according to the player's handbook, okay, a warship is going to
10,000.
25,000 gold.
Right. Okay. So, but that's
standard.
Make it look like more. Right? If we put it in the chest, we could make our 2,000 gold look like it's just the surface.
Why would people with a chest full of money be going to the Broken Skull Inn or whatever?
Oh, that's yes. All right. So we're privateers, right? And we found out about this really rich ship or fleet that's going to be coming through. We can't tell them when, maybe in a couple of months, because we're pretending we're criminals, right?
We do
so
have
that we're going to get a really big score, but we have no ships, and we need our money to be able to hire men to help take these ships. So we need both. So we can't buy their ships, but we have to gamble because maybe it doesn't work out, and these guys get to keep their ships and our money. Maybe not. Maybe we get their ships and our money, so we can pull off this big job. And then,
love it. Sounds great. All right, I'll be about 10 minutes behind you all.
Yeah, and I'm not going to go in with you guys either.
Well, one of you should stay out here and guard the gold.
And go in and just kind of wander the room looking for converts, just more looking for donations, doing the priestly thing. More of the priest of Saint Cuthbert and less of the priest of Nerul.
Well, to tell you the truth, a priest of St. Cuthbert would draw more attention in this area than a priest of Nerul. It's
not really either war. It's just more of you're just kind of like just a priest wandering around.
What I'm hearing is all of you are going to go in separately. This is what.
Yeah, and I really think that's the best idea. That way, none of us can be put together with the other.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So Raleigh tries to rig up one of his chests, and then he calls Winton over to see what he thinks of it. Just get a second opinion.
What are you filling the bottom with?
I'll go to a store and pick up just like anything for filler, like essentially like a cardboard box or just anything that's going to fill 90% of the chest and give me a flat surface to work with.
Okay.
And then I've got a few hundred gold, few hundred platinum to just spread across it. And
right.
How does it look, Will?
It looks great, man.
I'm not sure what cardboard is, but I'm pretty sure
these chests
is regular gold.
Yeah, I mean you could pull it off. I mean, there's definitely a way if you were to fill the bottom with something.
Yeah,
you could definitely get it so that it looks, at least on the surface. But anybody picking up the chest would.
They don't get to pick up the chest. No.
And all they would have to do is let's put it this way: you don't have enough platinum to make it all look like platinum, but between the gold and the other coins that you guys got, because these are big fucking chests,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You could make it look like, there's quite a bit more in there. I mean,
sure.
Because
what we're showing, like what we have to spread out, is close to 3,000 gold because worth of platinum and stuff. So if that's just
worth, but here's the thing:
top layer of several more layers.
So let's look at it this way: 500 platinum. We're looking at how many coins are in a roll of quarters? There's 10,
40.
So 40. So you're basically looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 10, like 14 rolls of quarters would be your plan.
So you're saying it's not covering the entire space.
No,
if we gotta break it down, if I have to go around and get silver and stuff to make it, just fill out the chest.
A smaller chest.
But we don't have but I figure we'll double up. We already got the chest to fit them in.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's just a thin layer because he's got platinum, but then I got gold and platinum as well, and I've got some silver pieces, and it's just a thin layer just to hold up to visual inspection.
Yeah, cool. Even if you were to take these, you're in a harbor, you could find a smaller chest here before you go in.
All right, maybe
because the other chests are just too damn big, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
all right, yeah. So he gets a more practical chest.
Okay,
still
not a problem.
Something that could hold 25,000.
Sure. Yeah, easy. So it's like a chest about the size of a good strong box, as opposed to the size of a steamer fucking truck.
They can literally fit a person in. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll say just along the ways. There's the Samsonite luggage store. You stop by there, you grab something that's feasible. And,
excellent.
Look, it's got wheels.
You're right.
Does it have a handle that when you can himself through the chest?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sure, why not? So okay, so you've got your cart, your donkey, and your chest, and you guys all make it to the Cracked Skull. The Cracked Skull is a 3-story, large, stout. The base, the first floor is stone on the outside. The upper 2 stories are wooden. There's a big swinging sign out front in the shape of a skull with, of course, a crack in it. There's tables out front and benches, and there's people sitting out there drinking and what have you. It is still it's crisp and it's cold down here, but it's like a crisp cold because it's getting to be like we're saying, it's like it's late fall. In a couple of days it's going to be going into winter, so it is cold, but there's still plenty of people outside because it is a clear day and they're drinking there, and the doors into the Cracked Skull are wide open, and there's plenty of people about, and there's a lot of sailors. And you've noticed that there's, even when you were walking on the docks and taking the front street, there's a lot of, they're fucking pirates. Even when you were walking on the docks and they're not maybe.
And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. That was weird.
That fix it?
Yeah, it's better now. I don't know what it was. There was an update with Streamlabs. I don't know if that was something, but I don't know. It was really weird.
Interesting.
Sorry about that, folks. You didn't hear? Yeah, I heard it. And if I heard it, that means everybody else heard it, which I'm assuming the Lee Kim's egads, it's looping.
Right.
Yeah,
he says we're good now, though.
Yeah, we're
okay,
fine.
Cool.
Good.
All right. Well,
sorry about that, folks.
That's cool.
We'll be on top of it, Adam.
Yes. Okay.
It was impossible not to notice it.
I didn't notice it.
That's one of the things I hate, is because that's happened to me a couple of times on the rare occasion I actually record a downroll episode, that I don't actually hear some of the audio and stuff until after the fact. You know what I mean? So, but 6 of 1. So who's going to go into the Cracked Skull first? And basically, I'm going to just go down the line, and then each one of you can tell me what you're doing. We're going to start with Michael. So, Michael, you're going to go in and just...
I want to go in first, like well before anybody else. Move around, interact with all of the other... Interact with all of the other patrons, do a little begging, give them a few blessings here and there that don't really mean anything, and then make my way around to like a dark corner somewhere that I pick out with a tankard of ale that I never quite drink. Well, I kind of survey the whole room. My whole goal here is to kind of get a good feel for everybody in the room, kind of suss them out a little bit, figure out who's the tough guys, who's the not so tough guys, who who might, and if I can locate the captains, even better. But
Okay. All right.
Are
Jerry?
any of you guys willing to be my my man if I'm going to present myself as
Look,
a
I mean,
hoity-toity criminal? I need someone to hold the gold and look scary.
I'll do that. I'm
Yeah,
not-
you're better.
I'm
yeah, you'd be
scary
better
looking
at
to
that than I
begin
would.
with. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to park your cart?
Just in the parking lot.
In the handicap space.
Yeah, don't forget to lock it.
Fine. Yeah. Beep, beep. You could park it like next to the cracked skull.
All right. And Ash had a servant with him, right? Didn't he have
No,
someone
no,
who was
nope. You left.
I
them
Oh,
out.
he didn't bring him. Okay.
Yep.
Well, then I'll tip somebody a silver piece if I can find someone walking by to watch the cart.
Sure. You ask a couple of people, but you find somebody who will do it for gold.
I'll give him a gold. Since
Okay.
I didn't use
Yeah,
my-
he'll watch your cart for you. Not a problem.
watch it drive away.
Well, there's always a percentage chance of that. We'll have somebody roll it.
I'll
at some
tell him
point.
if he. I'll tell him there's another 2 gold in it if it's still here when we get back and he's still here with it.
Oh, he's very.
Oh,
interested
you
in
smart.
that. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then so that answers what Talon's going to be doing. You're hanging with Raleigh and carrying the chest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so
Pretend
and
it's
then-
heavy. Pretend it's heavier than it is.
Winded.
It's filled with stuff.
Yeah. So once those dynamic duo enter the establishment, I'll wait about. I'm kind of just wandering around other, running around maybe a couple blocks away, just looking at stuff. And then I'll give it about 15 minutes, and then I'll just stroll on in and head towards the bar and get like a medium priced ale. And if they have
always
food,
frugal.
if they have food, I'll buy some. But if they don't, then I'll just go with the ale.
There's an assortment of pickled stuff.
I will have an assortment of pickle things.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now then, okay, let's go ahead and let's move and give us a new map. So first things first, we're going to go with good old, let me see here. There we go. Let's go ahead and we're going to put good old Ash on there. So Ash, you can go ahead and put yourself at the front door.
Okay.
Right. Blue. And those doors are open.
This is like massively huge.
Yeah, it's a big tavern.
All right. So yeah, I'm there, and then I just kind of make my way around, just to everybody. I greet everybody in the place.
Okay.
Everyone who should have an opportunity to donate to the cause.
Yes. Most of the people will tell you to get lost or give you a quip and say leave us the fuck alone. But some people are polite enough to go, yeah, sorry, no. You can give me a roll of another D20 though. You make 15 copper, though, from some of the patrons who think it's easier to just give you some copper to get rid of you as opposed to tell you to get lost.
And I give them the most sincere fake blessing I know how.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do is to roll me a perception check. And you're going to learn a lot here, but I'm just kind of wanting to see how much of everything that you'll pick up on when you're going around doing this.
20.
Nice. Okay. So what we've got over here at this table, there is these guys are merchants. Okay.
I don't know where that was.
Yeah,
Up in the
By
top
the
left.
stairs.
Almost.
top left.
Yep.
Top left. I'm pinging over there now.
Next to
Okay.
the stairwell.
Those guys are merchants. They look. They're not overly expensively dressed. Their clothes are very suited for travel. But you can tell by the looks of them that they're good clothes. The cut could be considered business like. Over here at the fireplace, these are mostly appear to be dock workers or people who actually live within Alhaster's harbor district. This table here is a group of mercenaries that are playing cards. These people right here are another couple of what appear to be merchants. This table here has the best way to say that they look like adventurers. They're armed and armored. We have some more locals over here. Now, this table, and this table all have what are obviously pirates. Okay. This table over here has, without a doubt, those are the captains.
Which
You
table?
can this one right here. It's sort of the one in the center.
Yeah, I see.
Blue.
Got it.
Okay. Now, you've got the guy, Kister, and then Castana. Yep, Kister and Castana. And then there's a guy dressed in robes with them sitting at the table. Okay. At the bar, there's basically there's some those are obviously locals too. And let me put one of these serving girls out here. So these are servants or servers, waitresses. So okay, but these tables here, obviously, this is all one. These two tables are talking to themselves. And you catch a remark or two, and they kind of look over at the other table, like somebody referencing the captain or something like that, so that you are able to discern that, yes, those three tables are together. Okay?
All right.
So that's where you've seen. Where are you going to end up putting yourself?
Oh, let's see. I think this booth over here in the corner with the green button on it.
Okay.
Facing the door.
Okay. You can just go ahead and put your token over there. That's fine.
All
Okay. Let's go ahead and put Raleigh and Talon in there.
Oh, and I did order a drink when I went by the bar.
Okay, you get served. One of them is a half orc. And
Why am I so fucking small?
oh, there you are. I was like,
Hey man, nobody be messing with my man.
I will fuck you up.
yeah, right.
Oh, extra giant.
Now I'm very big.
There we go.
That's perfect.
There you are. Okay, so you guys come in. Go ahead and give me perception rolls. Again, it's just basically seeing how much of what you can discern out of it.
15.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially everything that I told
I'll point it out to
you're
Raleigh
able to
because
notice.
Raleigh's looking in the wrong. Raleigh's staring at the table over here by the stairs.
Right.
yeah, Raleigh's like, you think that's them? That's them over there.
Probably trying to figure out where I went.
He's already
Looking
sidetracked.
around. Oh, look over there!
Thank
Any pretty
you,
women, he's just like,
fairy
"Oh, wait."
lady, for following Wicked Studios LLC and Return to the Bandit Kingdoms.
Yes, thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for
and welcome.
tuning in. Yes, and welcome. All right. So, all right. So you guys come in. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? So basically, Raleigh, Talon stops you for a second and points everything out that I said. The only
Right.
thing that you're not going to discern is that this table and this table are with this table.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's going to, but I gather that these are the captains. These are the people I'm looking for.
Yep, that's the table.
most
Yep,
likely.
and you were able to. I mean, it's obvious.
Okay.
You can definitely tell. Yeah.
Sure. So I'm going to kind of, as nonchalantly as I can, pass by their table and look at what each of them are drinking and go order one of each from the bartender.
Well, they've got wine, so you're able to discern that for sure.
Sure.
Bottle.
Well, then I ask for the finest, a bottle of or a carafe of the finest.
All right, not a problem. And he goes over behind the bar, turns around, he picks up a bottle, he unscrews the top, And he pours it into the little pitcher thing, and he gives it to you.
Does he put it like through an aerator first or anything? Is that...
Oh, yeah. No, that didn't happen at all, of course. And that'll be he asks for 5 gold.
Sure. He gives him 5, and he as he's like handing over the gold and looking, he's like, "This is your finest." Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's our finest.
All right. And so he comes over to the open seat here with he'd asked for a glass as well, and he just kind of like wait until they notice him so he's not interrupting, and just kind of hold up the carafe and the glass and be like, "Well, I hate to drink alone."
They all just stop and look up at you. And like, you hate to drink alone, do you? That's the guy.
Sure.
It's
talking.
And Raleigh would try to make some sort of reference, like some sort of Rennie reference, whether like it's an accent or
you could. There's definitely plenty of words and sayings and phrases that you can let you know that you're Renee.
And that's exactly what he would be doing.
Oh, okay. So as soon as you like tip it off, you could say, "Who knows?" There's a top of the morning or whatever the hell the Renee would say. I'm not versed enough in even our own.
Nor am I. But we can imagine that some.
There you go. I'm imagining. So as soon as you say that, the lady Castana goes, "You don't say a Renee elf? Well, wonders never cease. Do you see this, brother?" And he goes, "That I do. You could sit down."
Well, thank you.
You and your scary gray elf. And he points at Talon.
He's better on his feet. Keep a sharp eye.
All right.
I wasn't going to sit anyway.
I don't want your seat.
I don't need your seat.
This is my choice. So
and they say, "This is Ibn. Ibn works for us. Say hi, Ibn." And
hi, Ibn.
That's exactly what he does. He's got like one eye bigger than the other. He goes, "Oh, Ibn." That's a joke.
A bloody great one. I'm Raleigh.
Well, Raleigh, so tell us all about yourself. Honestly, this is quite and what a lovely coat. Wouldn't you say, Kister? Isn't that a lovely coat? Is it? Well, Castana, I would say it's a lovely coat, and it's not often that you see an elf that's half Renee. So how did that happen? Aside the obvious.
Well, my mother was good at what she did, and
she must have been if she got an elf to impregnate her.
Well, I'm really much more. You guys like the coat, right? Isn't it cool? I stole this from a duke. I'll have you know.
Okay.
70 yards. I had to marry his daughter. It was a whole. Anyway, I must confess, this meeting is not by chance. I have sought you out. I heard
that the lady, the Castana, she goes, whoa, wait. If you're trying to impress us, I think you should tell us your lineage.
Well, it's a whole. So I am Renee on my mother's side. My father is a Nady. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Ooh, they might have. Let's see. Yep, they sure the fuck have. And when you say that, they both kind of like scoot back a little bit in their chairs. Did you?
Oh, no. I mean, look at me. I am not a Nady. But please, no.
And they both look at each other, and they start having a conversation right in front of you. Castana goes, "Nadies are elves." And Kister says back, "You're correct, daughter. And they're elves that don't really mind where they park things, if you know what I mean." And Castana goes, "I'm thinking the exact same thing. So, and then they go into talk about, well, the Nadies. Well, do you think he'd be a Horn Society Nady? Probably not. Most of them were killed. And they start theorizing about you, and they come up to the idea that, they both turn at the same time and goes, now we're very interested. Continue. And your mother, what was your mother's name?
My mother was Savala.
Savala. All right, hold on. She's like, here he goes, and they start looking at each other. Savala? Is that Savala from You Are a Native? We've heard of your mother. She's the one that married the crazy native that went up to Rook Roost, wasn't it? Yeah, that was from Rook Roost.
I believe it was annulled, technically, but
interesting. Well, it is very nice to meet you. And they actually, well, you've already got wine in your glass. I was going to say they're going to refill your glass. Actually, you've probably taken a couple. Yeah. And so it's like, so now we are completely impressed. Please continue. And Ibn at that time goes, I'm impressed too.
So now Raleigh is going to cast message to we'll go with the female, the sister, and just be like, so real quick, I don't want to offend anyone. Is he normal or playing, like, is he normal and joking or slow? I don't want to offend.
And she just points at Ibn. Him?
Yes.
Oh, he's sharp as a tack.
Okay. All right, Ibn. Sorry about that, buddy. So folks, I find myself in a predicament. I can't go into too many details. You understand. It's a trial of the trade. But
Oh, really? What trade are you in?
Well, stealing things from other people, of course.
Yep, he's a nady, all right.
So an opportunity has come to me, and I need some boats. I have some money. That's my man with the chest. We have some money.
Kister slaps the table and goes, well, we're the captains for you. What are we doing? What do you need our boats for? Where are we sailing? What are we doing? How much money do you have? I mean, we'll give you a discount because, well, you're nady, but more importantly, and then that's when Castana pipes up, you're Renee.
Well, I mean, that makes me very happy to hear. But I need boats. I don't need to rent the boats. I need to own the boats. So what I was thinking
to buy our boats?
I would like to make a gamble. And there's a very good chance that I'm going to lose this gamble, which is why I sought you out. Because if I'm going to lose my chest full of coin here, I would like to lose it to a friend, or at least kin. It's my people. But are you interested in a wager?
They look at each other. They start giggling. They all look at you, and in unison go, "No."
Oh, well, that's fine.
A heartbeat later, then Ibn goes, "I know."
It hurt twice as much the second time around, Ibn. That's fine. That's fine. Then why don't we just enjoy the wine, and I will take my proposition elsewhere.
What are we talking about here? I mean, we'd be more than willing to let you hire us. I mean, why do you need to own our boats?
Well, that just seems to be the situation that I find myself in. Let's say I couldn't guarantee the safety of your ships, and I would feel absolutely just terrible renting your ships and sinking them to the bottom of the river or ocean. Or I'm not geographically inclined.
Ibn leans in and he goes, "It's an awfully big lake."
I can't see the other side. It throws me off.
Some would even call it a sea.
This is not a coastal town, then.
Shut up.
Bringing it back full circle.
You know, I got to say for everybody who's watching, the reason he says that is because it's Adam's contention that Cleveland is a coastal town because
it's not a coastal town.
It's not a coastal
town.
Yeah, Adam, we all me and Will and everybody else, we all know you're wrong. But
you're wrong. It's just the way it is.
Right. Now you said it's on the East Coast.
No, that was no.
Well,
he
that's
switched
not
right.
true.
That's what
No,
you
it's
said.
definitely
Will
not true.
flipped it on you. He masterfully spun that. Now add this idiot who thinks Ohio is coastal.
Yeah, there you go. So okay, Castana looks at Kister, and they start having another conversation, and they're like, "Ooh, danger. Well, you know I like danger. You know I love danger.
How much?
But your man talks. What's your name?"
My name is Talon Ravengard.
Ooh. that's Castana. She like kind of gives a shiver. She's like, I've never seen a gray elf before. Are you a drow?
I am Shadurkai.
I don't know what that is.
I come from the
She
realm
don't know what that is.
I am going to ask you to stay out of my personal space.
Your personal space.
I just picture him sitting there and you standing very close to him.
Yeah, I'm standing right over him.
exactly
Yeah.
what it is. I don't think your man knows what that means, Nady.
How much for your services?
Good swords are hard to find.
Well, that depends on what you're doing. And that's Kister goes, yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Now, if you say there's danger involved, well, what do you think we do for a living? That's fine. But what kind of danger? Wyndon, you can come in now.
I was just about to say, Wyndon is like finishing off eating a lovely little roll with some caramelized onions on top of it that he found. Yeah, he'll just sort of saunter in, not looking at anyone, except he'll head straight to the bar. I guess I put my token on there. Let's see if I'm giant or small or average size.
You're small.
Yep.
But we'll change that. There you go.
Oh, I got to ask you, what's the scale of this? Because I'm gonna assume it's not 50 feet between this table and the bar.
let me change it. Hold on, because obviously I've got.
While Will is doing this, feel free to a little reminder. Not feel free, but you can feel free to check us out on Fridays, 9 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern for Ravana. I almost said Nirvana. This is the worst promo ever, by the way. So
I
probably
check out
don't.
Nirvana.
Yeah,
Kind of interesting, really.
Right? Is it unplugged?
yeah.
Go.
There
we go.
Yeah. Okay, that seems more reasonable.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, he'll just sort of
see.
Yeah.
Let me hold on. Just let me keep going.
9 p.m.
Okay.
Sorry, fuck. 8 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, Ravana, and starting April 15th,
10th,
April 10th. Something about the Savage Land. Tales of the Savage Land.
Of a Savage Land.
Tales of a Savage Land will be premiering at 9 p.m. No joke, Eastern time on Wednesdays.
Okay, it's set now.
Nailed it. So
Good job, Adam.
One of my
he'll
best.
walk in. He's not paying anyone any mind. He's just walking like a normal person. He's not strutting. He's not skulking. He's just walking in, and he'll just order a medium-priced ale at the bar. And he does not like having his back to everybody. So he's.
I gotta say, only Wyndon would say medium-priced,
Yeah.
as opposed. I'm gonna go in and just order an ale, or I'm gonna go in and order a big ale. No, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I want it, cost-effective ale.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing imported.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And he'll just gotta sit at the corner of the bar here, looking around, he's ignoring Ash and he's ignoring Raleigh and Talon, and just sort of
Right.
drinking his beer. He's just another guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Nash totally ignores him too.
Give me that
staring at-
perception roll.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So there
Your
you go.
eyes are pretty much, even though you've come in, your eyes are locked on the table where both Raleigh and Talon are at. You gave a once over of the room, and you know that okay, there's somebody sitting here, somebody sitting there, somebody sitting there. Ash is over here in the corner, but you're trying not to be conspicuous, but you're kind of just like watching.
Is this a door, by the way, over here, like at the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
Yep,
He likes being near doors, so
that's a door. There's a door right. Hold on, let me put on the pointer. There's a door right here as well.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, that's all he's doing.
Okay, so you were in the establishment too. Okay, back to the rapid conversation of Talon addressing the captains.
We are looking to take over another ship. And
okay, that's still in our wheelhouse. That's in the wheelhouse.
Yes, we heard them the first time. You do not need to repeat everything that they say.
I don't.
See, that one was fine because it was something new.
So, whose ship are you looking to intercept? Yes, whose ship are you looking to intercept?
Well, that is incredibly personal information.
Well, the price depends. I mean, if you're looking to intercept a ship with some high royalty on it, well, the price goes up.
No.
If you're looking to intercept a ship full of clothing, well...
I again, if I have misled you, I apologize, but I am not looking to hire pirates. It's just not what the job entails. I need ships.
Oh, well, your friend was inquiring. Yeah, your friend was inquiring.
See, that was what I was discussing before. Is that was unnecessary.
I don't know. There is something.
I say, may we have a
You
moment?
Show him outside, Talon.
Yes, maybe we should excuse us for a moment, please.
Of course. And I have to say, it has been my pleasure, and it has been my pleasure to meet someone of your caliber. Raleigh Nady. Because you did introduce your first name, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I did, yep.
Okay. And the lady, Castana, she holds up her hand to you and like smiles and goes, huh?
To who?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the visual. What was she just?
She holds up her hand to you.
So yeah, Raleigh leans in to take it, and or he takes it. And he leans in to kiss it, and then he just kind of like twitches for a second, and he looks up and he goes, "No, not now! Run!" And he starts to change into a giant ape.
Oh,
Whoa.
As you do. I'll admit, I did not see this coming.
I look at the others and say, I am just as surprised as you are.
Okay. As you start to change into this giant ape, they back up.
Me too.
Away from the table. And as does these people right here, and these guys back up as well. Oh, and since you're right, like they're far enough away, but everybody's of course turning at this point in time and watching what's going on. Okay, so you're changing. How big of an ape are you changing into?
A large one. I mean, technically a giant one, but I think for size purposes, I believe a giant ape is large.
A giant ape, if it's the ape that I'm thinking of, is more than large. They're
a giant ape.
Oh, he's huge. He's huge.
Yes,
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look, shall we? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's like 20 feet tall or some kind of shit.
Yeah, I think huge occupies a space of 20. It's what? No, medium, large. Is huge above large? Is that what that is?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's like a 3x3 space.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 15 by 15.
Yes, giant ape, huge. Yeah. So basically, what's going to end up happening here is that you're going to like grow through the roof and into the above of the.
Well, I think he'd probably crouch, like as he went into gorilla form.
So much for being inconspicuous.
Even more so than that, because we need to find exactly how big Huge is. That's at the front of the book, right?
Huge. I mean, like Michael. I don't know about height, but Michael said it does take up a 3x3 grid on a map. It's quite big.
So
It's about 15 feet high then.
How tall are these ceilings, by the way?
10 feet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
So I mean, 15 feet, you would be able to crouch, but we're going to have to. Oh, yeah. See, it doesn't have it there. It's got to have it here in the front speed.
It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide somewhere for some weird reason.
Yeah, I think 15 feet sounds about right.
You would think they would have it. They used to have it all in the front. I mean, they've got all this other shit in the front of the monster manual.
It's always been in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I don't understand why, but
So the DMG apparently suggests that Huge is anywhere from 15 to 25 feet.
Yeah. Huge space is 15 by 15.
Yep.
So a fire giant or treant. So you're 50. Yeah. So you'd be 15 feet tall.
All right. So I guess he wouldn't necessarily crouch. He'd kind of test the floor or the ceiling. Like if he stood up against it and he felt like he could break it, he might break it.
It would be a strength. That would be a strength check, essentially. What it would be.
All right. Well then.
So you're gonna go to your full size. We'll just put you there. And so, okay. Giant ape.
I'm all for killing these guys, but I think we probably just could have rented their boats.
Let's see here.
But I mean, this is more fun, so I'm in with you. I mean, I'm just...
I don't think renting was on the table.
I mean, like, renting them and the crew, like sort of like, renting their boat for the afternoon to hijack another.
If that was a possibility, I'm going to be pissed.
They said it.
Well, I don't think
Repeatedly.
they said we could rent it, but I was under the impression that Zeech wanted these boats.
He does.
Zeech
wants the boats. We don't give a shit about Zeech either, though.
Yeah, I mean,
all we needed were the souls. As long as we have the souls and can get out of there, I don't give a shit about Zeech either. But hey, I'm fine to kill these guys. I mean, we're in this situation.
That was a Jarrus misunderstanding, not a Raleigh misunderstanding.
But we'll put it as a combined. Little from column A, little from... But hey, we've encountered ourselves in a situation. Why not see how it plays out?
Why don't you go ahead and
I might just summon a Bulgara just to
right? What the hell? So you've got a strength of 23, which would give you a +6. Which would give you an athletics. You got an athletics of +9. So essentially, you can bust the up and go into the upper room. All you need to do is give me let's see what kind of a good DC for that. Give me a DC 15 and you'll just automatically boom bust up into there. So you got a +9 if you want to bust up into the next room and just be an ape.
Yep, fuck it.
Okay.
That's a 15.
Okay. So you smash in and you grow and you break up into the room above you. Let's see. I'll give it, if it's under 10, it's inhabited and there's somebody in there. 10. Okay. Well, yeah. So gosh, that's right on the line. I'm gonna roll that again. So under 10. Okay, so it's an empty room. And so you're just looking, you like knock the bed over with your head and your shoulders and knock over the stool or whatever that's in that room. And so you're great and big. So I guess we need to roll for a niche. I guess at this point in time, and then take it from there.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Raleigh's even bigger than that. I was trying to measure it out, but he's definitely bigger than that.
See.
I like it.
Yeah, let's see, where am I?
There we go. We'll make him that.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ready for something like this.
All right.
I kind of glance out
yay.
that door beside me. Where does it look like it leads to?
Well,
Not anywhere but here.
it doesn't. It doesn't have a lock on it.
Okay, so it is closed though.
Yeah, it is closed, but there's
Okay.
I mean, there's a handle for pulling it open,
I'll
but
be right back.
there's no lock on it whatsoever. So
All right.
okay, so let's roll, and I'm just gonna do straight 20s because there's gonna be a bunch of them on those turns. So this will be for the pirates. They got a 3. And
They're more surprised than I was.
yeah, I mean everybody's kind of fucking surprised. This is
I mean,
everybody
people-
else.
Damn.
Okay. Oops.
I barely saw that coming.
Okay. And there we go. Okay, so the first person who's going to be able to act here is going to be Wyndon. So,
Yep.
what's Wyndon going to do?
Yeah, he's gonna sigh. He's gonna put his mug back up on the counter, which he hasn't really drinking much out of, and he's just going to kind of step over here casually and see if he can open this door.
Yeah, it opens.
What does it look like it's leading into?
And let me go ahead and reveal that area for you. Okay, so, and I'm just going to reveal pretty much the entire thing because it's not that much. So,
Oh boy.
Okay,
Oh,
so like the
you're
kitchen,
leaving?
basically.
yeah, and it doesn't show, but there's a door right here. It actually, the map got cut off.
Okay.
Um,
You kind of step in here, and is this solid, or he can't see through to the bar here, can he? Or is this a little door here?
it's another door. It's a
Okay.
swinging door.
Okay. Is it so? Is there any like gap, or is it completely?
No, there's just we'll say that there's a circular window in it,
Okay.
so you can look out into the bar.
Okay. He's going to pause here, and
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if anything hostile starts to attack him, he'll attack back. But otherwise, he's going to wait and see how this goes for a couple seconds.
Okay, that's
Enjoy the show for a minute.
Yeah.
pretty much. Okay, so now it's the big flipping ape's turn. Now,
All right, so
okay, so do you have the stats on the giant ape there?
yeah, yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right, so he's going to kind of just roar up, and as he stands up and grows, just bursts through the ceiling,
Okay.
and then he ducks back down, and reaches for the woman right here, and just tries to grab her in his hand, just like King Kong, scoop her up.
Okay.
Just gonna be
that's going to be a
athletics.
grapple. Yeah, athletics. If you're going to try and grapple her, she's going to.
Oh shit! Yeah, he grabbed that.
Oh, it does look like it. She is going to attempt to get out of the way.
Is it her turn yet? Oh wait,
Well,
no, that's
she
a
has
stupid
a roll.
question. I know.
But if
I-
has
I-
more than
as soon as I
+9
said it, I
modifier,
realized
it'll
the
crit.
scenario.
Shit my pants.
Yeah.
If she,
Well-
that would be great though. If she got a 30.
Right?
Yeah. She's actually a striptease dancer. And,
You got her.
Chris.
She, like most of the doors in this place, are all oiled up. So.
Shut up. Okay, so yeah, you grab her. Here, let's.
All right, and then he's just going to, with his other attack, smash the brother. And just for the sake of what I would like to do, I don't know if the mechanics allow me. I'm not actually trying to hurt her, but I'd like to just he's got her in his fist, and then just with the same hand, just punch her brother. So it's just
okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me the attack roll.
And you get multi-attack, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Fucking kidding me?
Another crit. Wow.
that's crazy.
Wow. I thought it was well.
No. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll that damage. Ow, son of a bitch. 3d10 plus 6. So 6d10.
No, 3d10 plus 6 is still.
Hey, critted.
Yeah, it's credit.
That's
So it's
36
double.
Oh,
damage.
shit. Yeah, you're right.
So 30, and then you put the plus in there, or that's 1, 2, 3.
No, so it's,
4,
that's
5,
the 60-10. So it's 36 damage.
So 36
Wow.
damage.
Nice
Bam.
job. Nice job.
Oh,
I've been practicing.
yeah, they felt that for sure. And I'm giving it to both of them.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thanks. Their heads just clonk.
Well, it's a net 20 on basically
Right.
one to slap into the other one. So yeah, boom.
I just beat you with your sister, punk bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone else. All right, let's start moving some people. I got this out of the way. Stop. Okay. These guys are backing up over here. And these people are freaking out and going up the steps.
Pussies.
These guys are going out this back door. These people go out this back door. The bartender goes out that door. This bartender pushes past you. Ah, the fucking girl. She's running out. These people are running this way. This girl's running that way. Okay, so everybody, I think. Okay, because the pirates now these guys, they actually back up but don't leave. They're fucking curious to see what the hell's going on. Okay, all right. So it's Talon's turn.
Oh, good.
You
Yeah,
got basically
I thought they
pushed out of the way.
Yeah. I'm like, I said, well, there is always something interesting. I am going to, all of a sudden, the shadows swirl around me. I disappear. I reappear over here. I drop the chest of gold
I'm gonna
and
put her like right here because she's still in Raleigh's hand.
oh, then I
These are the two that right here. That's the
Yeah.
guy. That's
so if she's not standing there
kissed
anymore,
her.
I'm gonna put
No,
my-
I've got her.
he's got her in his
palm of
hand.
my
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just appear like over here somewhere.
Okay.
Not quite in that. Oh, never mind. What's 30 feet? I was over here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm good enough. Back up a little bit more. Right at the corner of the bar. Actually, I'm gonna go right at the corner to give myself at least maybe a little
you gotta
cover.
Teleport so you're sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Just for extra cool points.
And then what do we do? Eldritch Blast?
Murder all just with as hard as you can.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay.
You cantrip throwing pussy. These guys are gonna drop some heavy level stuff when they get a chance.
Yeah, look, I have 2 spells. I need to be I need to be careful when I
You
use
have 2 spells, but I have endless taunts.
them. Yeah.
Touche.
Do you at least have
This
the
doesn't do
invocation
anything.
that makes it fucking awesome?
What?
of course
you
he
don't.
doesn't.
Of course not.
No.
He's a melee guy. He's not an Eldritch Blast guy.
Oh man, agonizing blast. So much fun.
What? Hold on. Attack.
Especially if you get the one where it pushes them back 10 feet and people will just be trying to run and attack you for their entire life and they just keep getting pinged and pewed backwards.
That
Each
is
time
pretty
it
cool.
hurts so much.
All right. Let me try this again here.
Okay. That
hits.
23 hit.
Oh yeah.
Let's see that damage.
It doesn't do anything. It's 2d10, right? Oh no, I get 2 of them. So it's 1d10, but I get 2 of these. Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
right,
Eddie?
yes.
Yes.
All right. So first one is for 7 points. Second
Okay.
one,
Hit.
24
Nice. Good rolls.
for another third. There we go. 10 points. So 17
Woo!
altogether.
17.
Yes, and I am sitting at the bar. So I just sit there, put the coin chest is like right here at the bar, and then just blast them a couple times. Now my Eldritch blasts are all like smoky looking too, just for
Of course.
It's for a fact.
keep on brand. Yeah.
Of course,
I feel like it's
they
just
are,
like a
Adam.
blast of force, but when it hits, it explodes into smoke. It's just like
I have a feeling too. When he passes gas, there's a swirling black smoke.
makes denying it pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Ash, all hell just broke loose.
Sounds like my kind of place. But I sit there and I begin to all of a sudden pray, and I'm like, "Oh, the powers of Nerul, the sanctity of the place where you live," and this guy here who I've kind of identified probably as being a spellcaster of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
You must go visit. You must go visit. And I try to banish him.
Oh, you're
man.
gonna banish him.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. I'm also ghostly and
He will
translucent.
need
at this time.
a charisma save.
Yes. Charisma save.
He
Who
didn't
are you
say
banishing in
very
particular?
The wizard type, the mumbly guy who I think
Nice.
might be a wizard.
Yeah, good call.
It's a charisma save.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's
He didn't seem very charismatic when he was talking to us.
No, he didn't.
15.
That is my DC.
Oof.
Oh,
He makes it.
inspiration.
I do have inspiration.
You do
but
have
I
inspiration?
don't-
Banish
don't-
that motherfucker.
Can I force him to re-roll with my inspiration?
Sure.
'Cause-
Yeah.
All right, then I'll force him to re-roll.
Okay. Here it goes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
But he wavers a little bit, and then suddenly, boop, he's out of it.
Okay. I'm going to right now. We're gonna put this heart symbol on it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, you can barely see that heart
It
symbol.
is teeny tiny.
He's
And
in
it's
there.
Hold
way off beside him.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna just give him a dot, and that's way off beside him too. Let's see what happens when I give him an X.
There
you
you
go.
All right, but I'll remember that he's actually that he's not there.
Figurative.
Yeah, he's just banished for a minute. Then I go back to drinking. I'm just. Hopefully, nobody even noticed that I cast a spell.
Okay, it's the pirates' turns. Damn, I got to check something right quick. And in the place where you live. I don't know why I'm thinking of that right now, but I am.
the way it goes.
Yeah, it's something about standing in the place where you're at or where you live or however that song goes.
Isn't that a Weird
Face
Al
no-
song?
I'm sure
No,
Weird Al.
it's REM.
Yes, but Weird Al's
Stand in
is
the
Weird
place
Al
where
version's
you
better.
Yeah, he's covered
Just think
everything.
about direction,
Right.
wonder why you haven't before. Stand in the place where you live.
Ham and pork.
Okay.
I just got to see how long it takes to activate something. Don't ask me why that one just jumped in.
Yeah, no, that was really weird.
To just be in my mind.
That's a scary place.
Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. Well, where the hell did it go? I think it's going to take a round. So.
For what?
There it is. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. So that would take a lot of forward thought on their part, and I don't think that's going to happen. So what's going to happen is, one, we're going to start off with Castana. She's going to try and break loose.
Yeah.
And so it's going to, you need to give me an athletics.
Yep.
And it's going to be against her acrobatics to get the hell up out of it. Oh. She failed. Okay, you still got a hold of her, and that's it for her. Now, Kister, on the other hand, even though he was shot, you've got his sister, and so he's freaking out. So he is going to attack. And I want to thank you very much for teleporting away, Talon. That helps. Okay.
Can I use a reaction to give him advantage on attack and just scream in his face? So basically, like as a giant ape, I want to do absolutely nothing to avoid being hit, and instead, just as he attacks me, just like get face to face with him and just let out like a giant ape roar, like King Kong.
Sure, you're yelling at him. Yeah. So here
I'll let him hit me, but he's
what's your AC on that?
Not much.
It's like 12, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 12 or 13.
I think it's 12.
I think giant ape is 12.
We're going with 12. Yeah, because they're fucking easy to hit. So attack 1, nat 20. Ooh. Attack 2, 18. Attack 3. Ooh, that was almost another nat 20. Okay, so they all 3 hit. So we're going to roll the damage. Let's see here. Okay, so there's and that would be that's
I feel like it would be crass to mention how many hit points I have.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, so
I probably morphed into an ape before with other characters. Yeah. It's awesome.
It's
okay, so here's his damage for his first attack, the crit. This is the crit.
Okay.
27.
Okay, 27.
Okay, now this is just for the other attacks. Okay, so 1. Okay, so another 5 and 6. Okay, so 11. So 38 altogether he does to you.
All right.
And then 5. Well, let's see. Yep. He comes over here and gets behind you so that he puts you between him and old Shooty Boy right there.
Can I swing at him as he runs?
Nope. He's got a special ability. He attacks you. You have no attack of opportunity.
Nice.
That's why he did that. Okay, so he's gone. It's the other pirates. Ah! They first. I'm going to do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 7 of them. We're going to do a roll. Anybody who gets over a 10 can act. If they get under a 10, they're like just dumbfounded by everything that's happening because it's just all just too much.
Yep.
So
we didn't sign on for this.
Right? So here we go. Okay, so the first one can't.
Look at that fucking hero. I want to hire that.
Yeah.
Don't kill that one.
Two of them will attack, and we're going to say it's this guy and this guy for the sake of.
Which one rolled the 20, the little guy or the big guy? Please tell me it's that tiny little fucker.
Well, let's see. I'll go from left to right. So 1, 2, 3. This guy's attacking.
Oh.
And this guy's attacking. So these 2 guys are attacking. The rest of them.
And that guy down at the bottom is actually peeing himself right now.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a puddle appearing underneath of him.
Okay, so these 2 guys just straight up, they come running at you. I don't think they have, what's their, that's a decent amount of plus to hit. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so attack 1. That's a miss. Attack 2. 15. So there's 1 hit Okay, and they don't do very much in damage.
So I picture like the first guy as he goes to, it looks like he's got a spear. Like as he goes to stab with it, the gorilla just turns and just swats the spear out of his hand. Just get that shit out of here. Try to stab him.
So you took another 3 points of damage there.
Ouch.
Okay, hey, Wyndon, man.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Yep. All right. I will poke open the door and all right, let's see here. Who do I see? Is Raleigh still holding?
Yeah.
Okay. And is this the brother? No, who is this?
No, he's gone.
Yeah, that's that's Ibn.
There's one I banished.
Ibn's the guy that he banished. The brother's
okay.
all the way over here now.
And that's the brother there?
Yes, that's the brother right there.
All right, cool. I'm going to kind of take out and just shoot at him.
Okay.
I'm going to make this sharpshooter. Here's one. So I'm hoping a 22 hits.
He's down. You got him.
Oh, he's already dead?
Yeah, dude, he just took a bunch of damage already.
Cool. All right, and then
he took 36 from getting smacked by his sister.
And I did another 17 to him after that.
Right, and then he shot him with the Eldritch Blast.
I will quickly reload and shoot at the sister then.
Okay.
That's awesome. It's just like a head poking out of my hand. You're going to dome her.
You
did. You domed her. Oh, that's so savage.
And because I have a nice, fast, agile hand crossbow, I will use a bonus action to shoot one more time.
She's got to be dead. No?
Not yet.
Even with that.
What about
16
now?
hit her?
Well, how do we do that when you're grappled?
Okay, so what I would say, take her normal armor class, and then she's got at least half cover from being held by Raleigh.
So basically,
you ignore cover, don't you?
I do. I ignore everything except full cover. So
yeah, so that, like, I think for anybody else it would be a difficult shot, but Wyndon just makes it look so easy.
You know what? I'm gonna say that it hits her. I mean, it doesn't hit her normal, but there's got to be some kind of minus to her armor class for being held.
Grapple doesn't impose any sort of penalty, so
for somebody like her, it should, because she's wearing no armor. All her AC comes off of special abilities, and her special abilities mean dick right now because you're holding her.
And plus, she probably has like a crossbow bolt in her eye. Right?
Yeah. So, damn. Okay. Boom.
So that's 37 damage to her then.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
and
they're both dead.
I will pop back in here, and hopefully no one have really noticed that in the confusion.
So then Morgan is going to just kind of roar up, or I mean Raleigh, giant ape guy, is going to just roar up and like tear out more of the ceiling, and then just slam her corpse onto the ground, like spike it like a football, or like more like he's like with his hand, he just like smashes her down.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Are you going to do anything aside from, because that's basically a free action as far as I'm concerned. She's dead. I mean, are you going to try and go after these other guys that were coming up and attacking you?
You know what? That's what he's going to do, actually. With his action, I would like to make a formal intimidation check where he, same thing, just gets down and just like roars in these fuckers' faces.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check. It'll definitely be at advantage too. So I don't know what.
I'll find out what his modifier. Oh, that was poor. Piss poor.
I don't.
I'm going to use a luck dice because that just doesn't sit right.
Well, you know what though? Oh, that was
They were really bad.
Yeah.
You rolled.
Man! All right, it just wasn't meant to be. You know what it is? He tries to duck down, and his like head gets stuck. It's like stuck up on the second floor.
Well, you know what it is. These two guys have been drinking enough. They're like, "Fuck this! We're gonna kill this monkey." That's why they're the only two that left. These guys over here.
It's a dream. They're like, this shit isn't real. I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Let's be brave.
These guys over here, on the other hand, are like, "Holy shit!" Okay. Yeah, they're not intimidated, but everyone else. Okay, so I'm going to
5, a 4, and a 7, man. Whoa.
Hold on. Don't give me that crap. Here. Oh, whatever. There we go. Those people are all gone. I mean, the guy's dead body's still there, but they all left. So I'm just getting rid of them. The person's gone. This person's gone. That person's gone. Let's see who else is still here. These people are gone. The mercenaries have all drawn their weapons and are all there, and they've sort of like formed up, but they're not doing anything as of yet. These adventurers seem to have backed away a little bit further into this corner, but they haven't left as well. And okay, so that's them. Okay, Talon.
I turn to the to the mercenaries and say, "This is not your fight. You do not need to die today." And I'll like toss like a handful of gold at them as a bonus action, maybe.
All right, roll d6. Roll 2d6.
All right.
Okay,
11.
you threw 11 gold at him.
And then okay, and then I'll do I'm gonna do chill touch. What does that do? That seems fun.
That's your spell.
Send out a spectral hand to grab them, however you see fit.
Oh, and it's a shadowy hand. Yeah, so it's the shadowy hand comes and just grabs this guy by the throat. Maybe. Let's see.
Sure, yeah.
Nope. 10 misses.
Yes, it does. Their
First
arm
time
blast
using
is a little bit better than that, fortunately for them. Not by much, but okay. All right, Ash.
I'm still just sitting at the bar stool.
I'm just gonna sit there and continue to sip my ale and
Okay.
concentrate on my spell.
All right. The pirates. If no one's going to stop them, those pirates that failed to roll are running.
Yeah.
They're going to do a double move and they're going to get the fuck out of here. Okay, so those guys are all gone. And I deleted the other guy, but I can always just pull another token for that. He'll be back here in a little bit. So these two, since their buddies left, I'm going to give them rolls again to see if they decide it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. And this time they have to get over 15 to stay. No, they take off. Okay. Unless somebody's going to do something to them.
I'll swipe at them.
You can get an attack on one of them as they're leaving because they don't have any special ability. So it's definitely a free
16.
That'll hit.
For 20 points, 22 points of damage.
Okay, so you kill the one and the other one gets away.
So as he I picture it just like him swatting at him and just sending him like 80 miles an hour into the wall over on the right.
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
like to think that he actually went he hit the bullseye over here.
Yes.
Okay, so that guy's going to eventually come back. So
we got 8 more rounds.
Before he does, I have
Right.
eight round because it takes a minute. So
yeah. I'm just saying
Eight.
that's the only thing else that's going on. Everybody else took off. The mercenaries are holding their ground, and the adventurers are holding their ground. What I need to know is what is Raleigh doing?
Morgan,
Uh-huh.
when that last guy hits, the ape begins to shrink.
Okay.
And there is Morgan standing before you. Gentlemen, we must go.
All right.
I collect those two bodies on the way out and work on animating them. It takes me a minute to get them animated.
Okay, so you're going to animate them. That means the guy will be back.
The two pirates, yeah. I'm gonna animate those.
Okay, so that spellcaster will be back then.
Oh yeah,
I said I collect them and we get out of here. And
he's gonna do it later.
Replace.
So you're going to carry 2 dead bodies out of here.
We've got a couple of
So,
chests.
okay,
in the cart
I'll
outside.
take.
Right,
I'll
okay,
drag
so
one.
I'll
I'll
give-
drag one.
give me
I'll
a
drag
strength
one out.
check.
No, I'll drag one out.
I know you're strong.
I'll help him too.
Okay, then that's all I need to hear. If your boys helped you, not a problem.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
as you see Ash
I feel like we should
collecting
have some
dead
proof.
bodies.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Morgan will call out don't forget the coin. Grab the coin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then I can't help because I can't carry both. I'm just gonna.
Is
carry
this
the
dude
chest.
still in here?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Those people are gone.
I've
They-
been
they
looking
left.
for like a back door. Is there any, or am I out of
Yeah,
luck?
there's one right here.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go out the
We just
back.
came to it. Okay, so you go out
Oh.
the back door.
You know what? I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna go out this door.
Okay, so if you go out this door, it does lead to a back exit. So it's you and Raleigh both dragging a dead body.
Are there any of these tables have like tablecloths on them, or is there any like anything I got wrapped?
You have two
super-
trunks you could stick them in.
Why not? But that's like for the journey from the front door to the trunk. Just anything, so it's not an. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna paint the picture. There's no way in fucking hell you guys are dragging two dead bodies out into
Right?
the streets
Yeah,
and not
seriously.
being seen.
Yeah,
I don't know why
tablecloths
You
are
know
nice.
what? Sorry. Sometimes it takes me a second to switch between Raleigh and Morgan. Morgan would not help you with this. Raleigh be right on.
And that is something too that Ash is going to know, that all those people that are out there and roaming around, they're going to see you pulling these bodies out, and then you're going to go and load them up into this cart and then drive away with them. Everybody's going to see that. I mean, it's
What's
totally
the
up to you.
building like outside?
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying just be mindful. Because granted, everybody came running out. They're going, "There's a huge fucking ape in there," and there's everybody backed away from it, but there is a huge crowd that's just starting to, and they're all watching the end to see what's going on.
All right, yeah, but I still pull them out, and
Okay.
then I'm yelling as we go out. We need to get these guys to a doctor. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Got to get these guys to a doctor. Get him into this cart. You there? What are you standing there for? Get your butt over here and help me load this injured man into a cart. What is your problem? I'm gonna report you to the guard if you don't get your butt over here right now.
Okay, give me a performance roll or
Can
deception.
I aid
Your
him?
choice.
Can I aid him?
Well, don't forget this is Morgan.
I know, but like once I see that he has like a viable option,
Okay.
like he's come up with something, he would aid him. He'd help him drag the people in. Just
Okay.
That's
Performance.
pretty good.
Okay, that's good. And some people are going, "Oh, that's so nice of those guys to help those guys."
How far away is
So
that?
they're buying your story, but nobody's running over to help you.
That's fine.
okay.
How far
Load him in the
away?
back. Do my best to make him comfortable back there.
Now, this cart is not very big, so basically, essentially, all you do is you just throw them over the top
we'll
of each
dump
other.
the chests out. Morgan will try to shove the chests out of the cart and make space for them.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
you just because it's more like a rickshaw that you got. It was just
Right.
like a two-wheel.
Fine.
Okay, so you
Get him in, get him comfortable, or try
Okay.
to make him look comfortable.
you throw them up onto it, not a problem. Okay.
Dabbing off blood,
Now, both of you,
bandaging wounds.
both of you, give me perception rolls.
$14.
Okay, 14's enough. Morgan Ash is a little bit preoccupied with his new toys because he's thinking,
I've never had twins before.
right?
Exactly.
Are those the pirates you grabbed? The
Yeah,
twins?
of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought they were the. Well, I guess not. Huh? Okay,
The
so
only
Raleigh,
high
Morgan
valuable
sees,
ones.
okay, Morgan sees that there are some of the guard, and they're either in the crowd watching, and some of them are coming to the front and keeping the crowd back.
So when he sees that,
They're not rushing up.
Sure.
Is what I'm saying. Okay.
As they're going out, he's going to try to like lean over, just so people don't see him, and cast a minor illusion of just more like roars and bangs coming from inside the tavern, so they think the ape is still in there.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You can definitely make some noises and what have you, which is more than enough for the crowd to be like, "Ooh, ah."
We all just fucking saw it. It's in there.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, we're going to draw this episode to a close.
All right.
I didn't anticipate
that,
it. That didn't at all go the way I thought it was going to.
Well, I like that Raleigh can both be the person who is insistent on sparing these people, and then also the person who needlessly murders them.
Oh, of course, that totally is within Raleigh's. Because Raleigh's crazy. I mean, let's be honest.
Definitely.
And Morgan found out he's got a kid and he wants to get home, and he's just gonna. That's what anybody who didn't pick up on that. That's what happened. Was Morgan took over, and he was not. Gave two shits about trying to spare these pirates. He's more of the Talon persuasion.
All right, so there it is. And for the record, Talon was right. You guys could have just hired them if you wanted.
Sure.
Well, Morgan didn't know that.
But now we get 5,000 gold each.
Yeah. But so there you go.
Oh well.
But hey, I mean, it's cool with me. Let's put it this way: it sure does put you in the good graces of Prince Zeech.
Yeah,
Yep.
mission accomplished.
Zeech is going to be ecstatic.
We even brought him the bodies for proof. Just
There you go.
make him. The Ash is going to make him dance around for him.
Yep.
They
Exactly.
can hit their heads with a hammer, and they'll just put them right back on.
Do, 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 do.
Speaking of which, what happened to Morty?
I don't know what happened to Morty.
That's a
We
good
left
fucking
him
question.
back at the house.
Yeah, he's
Missed
back at the castle, I think.
He's kind of growing on me, like a barnacle.
No, we
Yeah.
got to get rid of that guy.
Yes, exactly.
I have the perfect place for him.
In a boulder. We
In
know.
a boulder. Yes.
All right. Well, what if you took that boulder and then dumped that off the boat into the
I'm
ocean?
fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work too.
Yeah.
That's two
Once,
times
once
the
he's
captivity.
inside, we can do whatever we want with the boulder.
Absolutely terrible. All right, everybody. So you
Maybe
come
a
to
little bit of a crack in there, an air hole, so he doesn't get nervous. And then the
No.
water starts trickling in once he's in
Oh,
there.
We wanna-
good Lord.
We want to see how good this. Well, that's really mean, actually.
He's immortal. He'll come back. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
He'll just drown for eternity.
I didn't even notice Lord Gasumba popped in.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
what's up, Lord?
Hey,
Yeah, and thanks everybody for watching and anyone that supported
Yep.
the charity event this past
Exactly.
Saturday morning.
Very much so. Yeah, all right. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks for watching and tuning into. This was episode 40 of Return.
40.
Holy shit! Episode 40.
Yeah. Wow. And then some.
Wow.
Good times. So let's go ahead and we'll start off and give us some goodbyes. Michael, go ahead and tell everybody goodbye.
Yeah, bye. I'm really not this creepy. It's just the character I'm playing. So.
I'm beginning to wonder, actually.
I'd be kind of disappointed if it wasn't just a native.
Not in the least.
We're
I
still-
did make a fun little chest while we were playing, though.
Oh, cool. That's what I'm holding on to right now. With all your, I've got
Yeah,
everybody's
that's what
money
you're
in
holding
my.
right now. Yeah.
Luckily, I don't really care that much about money, so you guys will get yours back.
There you go. All right.
Unfortunately, the character who does care about money lost all of his. That's a Friday
Wow.
game. The plug is coming soon. Don't worry.
All right, Jairus, player of.
All right. Well,
Slash
following
Moment.
in Michael's tradition, I am not that stupid. It is just, I'm at least 10% smarter than Raleigh.
I would say 20. Come on now.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Not a problem.
If you want to see more of my nonsense, and Adam's and Will's for that matter, tune in right here Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Ravana, where shit gets weird and silly and epic and awesome. Which
And
is
real.
Oh, it gets real. Oh yeah. Where it's the real world of just Dungeons and Dragons and taking forth.
I was thinking it is. It's like the real world of D&D on MTV.
Yeah.
There you go. But with more liquefied maitre d nuts.
Yeah.
There you go. for sure.
Because that is something that you guys chose to do.
Right. All right, Wyndon. I'm Steve.
I'm Steve. And yeah. See how it goes.
There it is.
I am almost as avaricious as Wyndon is, but not quite.
All right, Adam.
Hey everybody, I'm Adam. There are no discernible differences between me personally and Talon Ravengard.
Whatever.
You need more eyeliner when you say that.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true, though. I've seen Adam in public doing this stuff with his hands. You know, it's like, it smokes all around me.
Anyway, catch me here Tuesdays and Fridays, and check out YouTube/Mr. Atom PL for. I'm a little bit late in some of the newer episodes of both Ravana and Bandit Kingdoms, but you can still check them out, I think, on Twitch. And I'll get them up on YouTube soon, but you can watch really old stuff on there, as well as old web series, the Reset Switch, and soon the new web series Super. We have actually almost our episode number 4 is almost fully completed. That being said, episodes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 still have a lot of work to go. So it's going to be a while.
But you're making progress.
But we are making progress.
Oh yeah, and it's up to episode 38, so it's only actually like one episode.
I'm like 2 behind now. Yeah.
Now you'll be 2 behind, but you were only 1
catch up.
behind before.
Yes.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I was gonna do it last night, but I got trapped in Manhattan.
As one does.
Just
Yeah,
another thing to blame on the trains.
it's
Right?
true.
So true. So
Long
true.
Island Railroad, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to.
There
have
it
you.
is.
All right. And I, of course, Will DM, the Dungeon Master of this fine fiasco that you watch every Tuesday evening. I am also the Dungeon Master of the upcoming April 10th Tales of a Savage Land. So you can check in for that. And we will actually be using the Savage Worlds rule set for that, a.k.a. the title. Kind of cool how I did that, right?
You
So
stole it.
what's Savage Worlds like? Well, give us a quick breakdown of how it differs from D&D.
Well, Savage Worlds is it's considered a more streamlined, gritty, and simpler rule set. Is very you can get killed pretty quick in that, so it is definitely a grittier and more fast paced. So and so it's I don't want to give anything away quite yet, but it'll be good. So of course I'm DM, but there you
Excellent.
go. So. And with that having been said, and Michael having to get,
Michael just left.
yeah, because he had that hard shut off.
He had enough of your shit.
He did, and I think work. So that
Yeah.
having been said, everybody, again, thank you for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday. Peace out.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.